jump in was perfectly.
Oh, that was so slick. This is a team tournament. We're going to see all these players go up against each other.
Oh! An unbelievable block!
There it is!
What a way to end!
Welcome everyone to Street Fighter League Pro US 2019 Season 1. I'm your host Rip, and today we are down to our last 2 weeks of team battle action. Of course, these teams are battling. They want to see who can make it to that mid-season championship and get part of that $50,000 prize pool. If you guys were with us last time, you saw why Punk is the alpha, getting the reverse OCV on Justin Wong's Team Spirit. We also saw NuckleDo taking out Team Psycho over here. We also saw, though, Team Storm showing why they are the best right now. They have a 6-team battle streak going, and they have kept it going the entire way without a doubt. Let's get this started, see who makes it to that midseason championship. Send it over to Vicious and Ringe.
Thank you, Rip. Again, we are here at Street Fighter League Pro US Season 1. My name is Vicious, here with Ringe. We are getting closer and closer to that finale of Season 1.
Yeah, we are in week 10. It's been barn burner after barn burner. You can see some of the highlights from the past couple of weeks, including last week, of course. We talked about this Punk-Justin Wong match. An incredible match, right, where we saw players have 70% life left with only 30 seconds on the clock. They were playing so patient. Ooh. Just the Kid and Shine was the exact opposite of that, right? Real hard hitting in the jury mirror. Then we got Toy doing work with Birdie, all kinds of stuff. Of course, Toy and his kids on Team Psycho, you know, he's claiming them on his taxes. He said that time and time again.
All the players are really getting into their own groove as we kind of finalize it. Yeah, you know, I was feeling the same exact way.
Great.
Yeah, Just a Kid, definitely feeling that kind of way. And you know what? All the games are making huge waves. Every single action is just, every single game is, it's too much right now. I can't even
it's definitely action-packed. And we have the 3v3 format. If you're unfamiliar with the Street Fighter League, this is how it goes down. Each team has 3 players on their squad. They each get to ban a character, and that character is not selectable by either team. Then we get a single head-to-head, 1 versus 1, and then whoever loses is out of the team battle. The winner goes to the back of the queue, awaits the results of the rest of the matches. So then we get 2 new players going up against each other. 1 loses, 1 wins. Then the loser goes out of the team battle, winner goes to the back of the queue, and etc., etc. And we do it with the last person until we have 1 team remaining, and the team that wins obviously gets the W and the points.
That's right, because each and every one of these Ws absolutely count, because these guys want to fight for that $50,000 prize purse, just about a little over, right?
Oh, yeah.
Split up amongst the top 3 teams. First place getting $30,000, second place with $15,000, and third with $6,000 in their pocket, divided amongst the team members. And let's take a look at the current standings.
Of course, we got first place Team Storm led by Item, with second place Team Inferno led by Punk. And again, they're only about matches apart. They're 1-1 in the head-to-head, so it's very close in first and second. Then we got third Team Gale and NuckleDo at 5-3. Team Frost 4-4, just barely trailing them, led by Nephew, of course. And then at the bottom, we got Team Spirit led by Justin Wong, and Team Psycho, which you're about to see, led by Toy.
And that being said, we do have both teams getting ready to play for you. You have the captain on the left, Punk, leading Team Inferno with a very, very impressive record of 6-2. And then you have Toy, the team captain of Team Psycho, still trying to get their teammates to rally up and get these next couple of wins. They're going on 1-7 right now, but it's still not done yet. There's plenty more strategies to really think about. These guys have been really developing more and more ways to figure out the player order and anticipate who they're going to throw at each other, as we've had so many weeks of play. And I'm kind of curious to see who they're going to ban this time around. Is it going to be the same kind of bans we've seen prior? We've seen other team captains bans. Like, are they going to go for the captains? Are they going to go for the secondaries? Who knows?
Well, the story here is, right, that Toy hasn't gotten to play Bison all Street Fighter League, right? And you think that they might have a mercy not ban on Bison, but Team Inferno is very close to first place along with Team Storm, right? So I think they're going to make sure Bison stays off the playing field. But we're going to find out as we go to Rip and the captains right now.
Thank you very much, Ringe. Of course, I am here with the captains. We've got Punk, we've got Toy. And, last time around, of course, Punk, you guys had the edge. But you have shown some mercy. You freed that Laura last time. Maybe this time around, you're going to free that Bison. How do you feel about that?
I don't think so. But, I feel like this has been such a learning process for Toy that I don't want to free Bison. His birdie has actually gotten so much better over these few weeks, so I want to keep seeing the progression. Unlike Idom, his birdie has stayed the same, so you have to just free Laura because my man has not learned anything with birdie, clearly. So since Toy is actually learning, I want to keep it going.
So you banning the Bison.
Yep.
Bison is banned yet again. All right, Toy. Last time around, you guys banned JB's Rashid. What are you guys going to do this time?
This time it's going to be the Karen.
The Karen ban. All right. So last time you guys tried that with Justin, right?
Yeah, we did.
But this time, you're going to take out your Karen. How you feel about that?
It's crazy because I'm about to pick Manat.
All right, if you say so, man.
Really? Are you really going to pick Manat?
We'll see.
Ooh, keeping it a mystery. How about the player order, Punk?
Play order is going to be Broly, JB, and then myself.
All right, Broly, JB, and then Punk. What about for you guys?
Best birdie and Tay JK Senior, baby. Let's go. Run it.
You heard him. I'm thinking what you're thinking. We got Broly versus this guy. Send him back to the desk.
It's so hard to keep up each and every week. Even the other players on Team Psycho were like, wait, who's going first? I couldn't even figure it out. So
he has nicknames for his children, like any good father. All right, he's got his favorites, and I think he's putting his favorite
that's
last.
just a sign of being lazy. Like, you don't remember their actual names.
What? It's like that?
Yeah. Okay, so we do have the player orders established. We do have the character bans as well.
Yeah.
Who is Punk going to pick?
He's definitely not picking that Manat.
1,000%.
No
But,
way.
I mean, there's going to be Broly Legs going first with the Chun-Li.
Okay.
JB getting his Rashid to play because the last time they went for the Rashid
true, that's
ban.
true.
So we're going to have at least those guys being able to play at full potential. And again, Tay and JK Senior still playing their characters, and Bison still banned.
Yes, yeah. So
Shout outs to the birdie pick still.
of course,
he's getting better
And
each and every
then
week.
Toy banning Karen in response, right? I think that was just legitimately a personal shot at Punk at this point. He's like,
yeah.
I know you're still not going to let me play. You want this first place mad bad. We're going to try to hold it from you. Make sure you hold this L. I'm going to make sure the Karen is out of play. And if that Manat comes out, I'm very worried from that. Like, that Manat is like
That'd
roommates
be
with
a
Brian
big-
F. Like, it's in the dumpster, like, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't want to see it. You don't want to risk it with the current position Team Inferno's in with that 6-2 record. So we're going to see if they can get another W on the board or face the wrath of Team Psycho after this break.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the king?
This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
The first team battle is just about to go underway here in week number 10. Again, we only have one more week after this, so you know all the strategies are going to be pulled out right now to get those last-minute Ws.
Yeah, as we've been winding down, we've been talking to the players, right? And I really feel their overall demeanor has been a lot more tense in these last few weeks, right? Where we've gotten down to the nitty-gritty where we're going to decide who's actually in that top 3, who's going to be guaranteed some money, who's going to be in the top 2 guaranteed to come back for Street Fighter League Season 2. It's definitely getting down to the wire as we begin with our first team battle of the day. Again, it's going to be Team Inferno led by Punk, however, pointed by Broly Legs, going up against Team Psycho, who is captain and pointed by Mr. Toy.
And I like the team order from Team Psycho. Toy putting himself first to make sure he's trying to get as many chances to win as possible and avoid Punk. Like, you don't want the captain to go down against the captain.
And considering he's not using his main right, he's acting as a me shield of the team. He's like, if I didn't get some W's, it's going to work out even with my secondary.
Which is kind of interesting, though. I feel like Chun-Li has a greater time against the Birdie matchup compared to the others.
Yeah, I think it's not too bad for sure. You can already see Broly Legs making it work in spades, getting crush counter after crush counter, but Toy right now always going to be able to anti-air with the V-Trigger too.
I like that idea.
Yeah, only one hit on the EX Bullhead, so not too much damage following that up.
Yeah, you're trying to worry about the captain of Inferno. You got to go through me for some Broly Legs. Nice roundhouse with punish. Do it again.
Back to back on him, and then the overhead. That's what I'm talking about. Broly Legs bringing out the hot Chun-Li action early. Oh, again, just trying to start off with the roundhouse. See if Toy's still frisky after that first round. We got the can on the ground as well. Ooh, perfect avoidance.
Smart from Broly Legs, but Toy recovers just in time on the other side.
Oh, caught him flinching, and then the forward throw is going to be the stun. Now it's all looking like Toy here. Hasn't been touched yet. Does drop the chain combo. SBK.
Oh, just lands on the fireball. Tries a dolphin dive past the projectile. It was a good idea, but he needed a greater strength or the EX version.
So what did he next? Just regular jumping. Oh, he tries the V reversal, but she lands on the other side.
And Broly Legs' timing with the early jump roundhouse has just been so smart. He's been doing that each and every time against big body characters.
And then he delayed it right there. You see that and does legs mad late. Great adjustments from Broly Legs, really switching up the offense. Does jump out of the EX dolphin dive in time.
The reactions on this man, Broly Legs.
Bring him close and bring her dead. That's just the power of V-Trigger 2, baby. You fish, you connect, you cancel to the V-Trigger 2. That's mad damage. We're 1 up here in the first game.
Yeah, once you confirm into the regular V-Trigger 2, you can bring him back up. Oh, the can still hits, but he was still in hit stun. He tried to go for a grab, maybe for the position for the corner.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Toy. Oh, but he's found his offense despite that. Oh, doesn't
like
react to it that time. EX Dolphin Dive in the building, put the can out again.
Checking with the jabs. I like that. Covering the space, something safe.
That was a sick punish on the sweep. And then he waits for the SBK. That was tight too, because Broly Legs delayed the SBK. It wasn't right at during the wake up, so great stuff.
Let's go. Yeah, eat that big boy donut. Look at that. Yeah. Where you get that from?
It's a good question. Where does he get it from? I never figured it out myself. Where does he get that big donut from?
I don't know. Shouts to M&M Donuts in Anaheim.
Big time.
Yeah. The fire blueberry.
Oh, I love those. Okay, great anticipation. Broly Legs not chasing down after the fireball, right? He's going to wait in place. He saw the bullhorn coming.
Oh, we got the cross up as well. Try to get in real intimate with him with Broly Legs checking the dash.
Oh, I like that neutral roundhouse. Neutral jump roundhouse, excuse me.
That was real good stuff from Broly Legs right there. He's trying to put up a wall now, right? So Toy can't get in easily. Roundhouse again, getting the crush counter. That move's been working out for him, but we got the bullhead into the V-Trigger. Reversal EX Legs gonna buy him some time, and then he got him reaching, and then we got a forward throw after that. Toy looking for the throw a little bit too early right there. Broly Legs gonna strike first once again.
Toy exclaiming, "Leave me alone," as he's chasing him down. I didn't get it. I didn't understand that. Okay, big time punish on the SPK.
Oh, you saw it. You definitely thought it was gonna be a push. That was gross.
That was sick.
Broly Legs.
That was nasty.
How you gonna head stomp him in the shin and then get an overhead after that? That was wild.
It was a fierce too, so he had to block twice anyway. That's disgusting.
Oh no. The wake up SBK a little bit too early. We got the V-Trigger 2 pop. Now you can see him already starting to fish with that stand fierce.
Okay, respect it.
What in the world? Dash up, just watch him, SBK. Don't believe me, just watch. Toy exclaiming.
He thought he found a gap. He thought he found a gap in between one of the strings, so he exclaimed, "Oh!"
Yeah.
That was free.
Trying to make it free. I'm trying to.
Charity game. Charity game.
It's like when you go to
We got
the
it, we got it.
free.
It's got
Like, when you go get the sample, like free.
Dang, Team Psycho asked what Punk's comments were? They want to know? They want to hear the trash talk for themselves? I appreciate...
Oh, I'm Gucci, bro. How you doing?
I appreciate Punk's bars, even if they're elementary, right?
Yeah.
I've heard the free as a sample at Costco one too many times, but I'll give it to him. I'll give it up.
I remember my first bar.
He's a young man. You know,
Baby's first bars? Is that what the book is? Baby's first bars?
He was wearing the Louis Vuitton belt last week. He's trying to fill himself. He's trying to get his bar game up. Ooh.
Does it again. Trying to fish for the crush counter. Maybe he saw Toy pressing buttons in between strings. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to hit him with this crush counter in the roundhouse to catch him trying to jab in between. Ooh, not meaty enough.
Yeah, wakes up with the armor. That's a good look. Oh, he actually committed to the chain afterwards, but he was in the air, so it didn't connect.
The delay on the crouch jab from Broly Legs was super smart. Instant air stomps. Broly Legs looking at match point.
Gets caught reaching. Broly Legs. One round away.
Damn, you definitely threw me for a curveball on that one. I definitely thought you were going to say teaching or preaching.
Nope.
And you definitely said one round.
You got to mix it up just like you're playing Street Fighter 5, man. Can't come with the same option every time. Oh, roundhouse. And that's been the problem, right? Toy's been eating that roundhouse nonstop. Uses one of his own this time and gets the counter confirmed. Oh.
Speaking of roundhouses, big boots. Stomping on the enemy. Yeah, EXSBK stopping that air approach. Great call from Broly Legs. Always maintaining that charge.
Oh, great punish on the sweep as well, using the EX legs to close the distance. Again, V-Trigger 2 activated. Oh, it's time to run.
The chain, -2.
Oh, right into armor move, but he doesn't juggle.
Activation. Okay, is he going to go for the overhead?
Oh, he gets the cross up.
There's the overhead. Oh, nice block from Toy. Still V-Trigger active for Chun-Li.
Yeah, he traded with the fireball right there, so he didn't get the second hit of the chain. Oh, goes down with it. Actually beat the crouch strong. Stand medium kick. Different variation of the big boot.
JB covered his eyes with his own hands. He couldn't believe it. He's like, no, you had it. He couldn't believe it. He didn't want to see the rest of that ending. The dolphin dive narrowly missing.
Still gets the punish though.
EX Legs coming right out. Forward throw. Fireball to chase through. Yes, I like this start from Broly Legs. He's doing really well, keeping Toy contained. Fires again with the EX Legs. The stomp, and he stayed on the same side. That looked like a cross-up.
Really
the mix. Punk is exclaiming the mix. You know Punk didn't block that if he's saying it. Sweet punish, yes.
Just with the fierce. I like it this time. Didn't have bar for EX Legs. Takes what you can get.
Nice, fierce anti-air activation V-Trigger 2.
All right, good side switch after that anti-air as well. Oh, just gets the jab. Goes with the chain. He's a little bit too far for the crouch jab, but Toy wasn't looking to whiff punish him.
Oh, one more sequence for Broly Legs. Possibly a throw. Nice tech. Toy knew it. Maybe a V-Trigger follow-up as well. He could have grabbed him. Broly Legs gets thrown instead for his troubles. V-Trigger is active for Chun-Li. It could be a big-time win for Team Inferno if Broly Legs clutches it out. Activation, make it safe.
Yeah, he's big chilling right now. Not threatening the overhead just yet. You can see Toy's thinking about it. Oh, he got the regular stand fierce, but no chain to cancel it into at this point. Gotta be careful with that button too. -6.
Oh, he does it again, and Broly Legs takes out the captain of Team Psycho.
You can't block them, Toy. Where the defense at?
Here, good shit, bro. Good shit.
Get close. You're back in the line.
No, he's eliminated. It's not back in the line. It's eliminated.
You've been doing this for how many weeks? 10 weeks? You don't know the format yet? Gotta listen to the commentators once in a while. Good lord. As we take a look at the replays, Broly Legs, of course, making it work on the Chun-Li. You can see the jab afterwards, checking. Delayed it just long enough for Toy to get nervous, get anxious. End up getting clipped by it. And then the overhead. We saw that once. We're going to see it a lot more times. Don't you worry.
And it's so difficult, right? He just walks up in your space where you think you're going to press a jab or a throw, and he goes for the instant overhead.
And we saw Toy really favoring the throw, right? He was teching a lot. He was worried about that. So Broly Legs just going to the overhead.
That was so ambiguous. Even Punk was like, yo, the mix.
Yeah. The schmix.
Yeah, he was all about it. He definitely appreciates himself some mixes.
You can see both players at this point playing very safely, right? Toy does not want to give up the pixel, but
that wasn't even a counter hit.
No.
He just got caught ducking.
Yeah, legit. Yeah, I mean, Birdie got a tall hurt box, right? So very easy to do the overheads on him. And Chun-Li not wasting any time. Good stuff to Broly Legs. So he's actually going to the back of the line, right? Toy's out of here for this team battle. If Psycho picks up some victories, they'll have to meet Broly Legs later. But for now, we're going to get JB versus El Chacote.
Yeah, so you're going to expect the Rashid, because last time they played each other, I think they went for the Rashid ban instead. They wanted to, you know, if they felt like if they banned one of Punk's characters, it wasn't going to be enough because of the amount of players under his belt. He does have a Colleen, a Cammy. He does have an Akuma. I don't know if he has a Manad. He did explain he's going to play Manad.
Yeah, I don't believe him for a second. But yeah, he has a lot of characters, right? And we've even seen him willing to mirror match people with more experience on the characters than he is. So who knows? That's definitely some shenanigans I expect from Punk in these later weeks of SFL. But for now, we are getting JB versus Chacote. And they're on their main characters, right? We got JB on the Rashid, Chacote on the Mika.
And I did ask Punk why he would go for the Bison Band again. He didn't want to take a shot like any of the other players. But if he did, right, if he had to pick between Chacote and Just a Kid, who would they ban? He said Just a Kid. I said, why? He said, well, I feel more comfortable in the Mika matchups, and so do my teammates.
And JB, this should be a hard-hitting matchup, right? Both explosive offensive characters. So we're going to see they're playing it safe right now, though, because they know how dangerous each other's offense is. They don't want to get knocked down. Nice interrupt on the charge drop kick.
Yeah, and I feel like Rashid has a lot more control within that beginning of the match in the neutral, because he does have limbs that are just as far. He does have access to a fireball that he can chase after with the V-skill. And look, again, you just mentioned it. Rashid can hit just as hard up close and get you in his own mix.
I mean, that's what yeah, exactly. The first knockdown was the round, right? JB was able to guess right every time on the wake up. Chacote ended up eating the throws, and then he got counter hit. JB knew when he was going to be anxious.
And see, you look at it right out the gate. He's shooting the whirlwind shot to cover that ground in case Chacote wants to buffer out a normal, right? Immediately after, he used a crouch fierce. Oh, but the jump-in option, always valid. Chasing him down with the anti-air, but JB escapes the corner. V-trigger is building up for Rashid. You see it right there. V-reversal, he's going to spend it. Okay.
It looked like on that jump-in, he got crouch fierce. I think he was trying for an SPD, or excuse me, SPD, a DP, but he just missed the input.
Crouch fierce, very hard to contest. Just in general with the entire cast. Great confirms from Chacote, getting that stand strong. Got the meaty counter hit, full conversion with the strong. EX spinning mixer, that could have been a deadly mix there for Mika.
He's trying to stay alive. Got the whirlwind out as well. Oh, and the dash go. It's a handicap match. You can't forget, man. It's 2v1.
2v1 when the hands are in the air. And that was the short version, right? What you want to look for when our Mika calls out the V-trigger, you have to see which hand is up to see which speed or which version of the dash go comes out.
Yeah. You got the EX Peaches as well, putting him towards the corner there. Great backdash by JB. Went with the non-charge dropkick, so it didn't travel much distance. Didn't get the counter hit there. Great recognition as well. Crouch fierce the Kahada, and then he gets the EX whirlwind after Chacote is getting impatient. Oh, tried for the tick throw, ended up hitting, and now we got the crouch fierce activation.
Both hands in the air. If you don't really care.
Oh, he mixed him right there. Oh, and then he mixed him again. He's actually dead after that.
Mix Master Chacote.
And this is the Chacote we've been looking for here. This is exactly what we've been looking for. Up to this point, all the teams have felt Toy is the main ban, right? Nobody has looked threatening enough to warrant them to ban that character. This is the Chacote Mika that I've been waiting to see.
Don't let Tay play. Don't let that boy play.
That was wild. That was a grown man mix-up. You ain't going to be able to claim him on his taxes for much longer.
Still has just a kid on him, though. That's really just fine.
That's right.
Yeah.
At least one
the crush counter actually hit. The drop kick, very hard to contest sometimes if you're not ready for it. And you know the way Chacote's been mixing people with the drop kicks? He'll get a charged one where he's plus. He'll do another charged one. Then you don't know what to do afterwards.
Crush countering the charged drop kick, and then he gets the meaty. Oh, again, he's catching Chacote trying to press buttons after one light. Hitting him with the frame traps. Now we're just one combo away or one throw away. Oh, he got him reaching. And that was definitely JB teaching right there.
And that was very slick from JB. Doing a jump short, not a jump heavy button, that last mix, to kind of make you think he's going to tick throw because of the amount of blocks done afterwards when you land. You have to do a quick tech. JB knew that, set the tone, he walked back, low forward to clip him.
Precisely. He trades with the crouch medium punch right there. Did go in Chacote's favor. Oh! He sees the starter with a drop kick and that reach. He didn't even have to charge. That was sick.
What's so good about that is so active that he covers the other charges on the drop kick just in case. It's so good. Oh, speaking of mixes.
Got on the backdash. Oh, scoops him up this time. Brimstone.
That's two in a row. Going for a third. Nice attack.
Yeah, crouch strong. Not going to be able to anti-air the wall clean. Every time he sees the drop kick.
Put that away.
Reacting
Drop
with the
kicking me
stand
out of
fierce.
here. Ain't no warlord tactics over here. No warlords. We ain't got 30K. We got like 30K. He ain't got 100K. What warlord 300K actually?
Yes, man.
300K? He only got
I know what
30K,
you're talking about,
bro.
man.
Don't play online.
I'm not even a grandmaster. I'm not even master rank. Who's Tompa? Not even me.
My man JB's barely.
So for those of you who are unaware, they're actually talking about the online rankings for CFN. Of course, Warlord being the highest you can achieve. Punk saying, get those Warlord tactics out of here. Chakotay is like, I'm not even Grandmaster, bro. You gotta lower your expectations for your boy.
I like how his counter or his rebuttal is just like, I'm actually lower than that. What are you talking about?
Of course there's not Warlord tactics. I'm not that rank.
Very interesting exchange between these guys. I don't know where their head's at.
All right, JB starting off early. He looked so dominant in that second game. Making great adjustments, really not letting Chakotay get started, but right now he's doing better.
I'm kind of curious how Chakotay's going to approach in this space against JB. Now that the drop kicks haven't been working out, he's going to try to counter poke him possibly, but we'll talk about it after. Okay, he manages to escape the corner.
Yeah, gets the combo off the crouch fierce as well. Oh, catches him, trying to flinch. What's next? Oh, nope. Staying disciplined this time. JB gonna activate his V-trigger. Oh, it's the V-reversal. It punishes heavily. Gets the side switch and a lot of damage. Oh, no.
Oh. He got meter, he exclaims.
Oh, tried to keep him locked in that corner, but JB with a slick escape. Combos off the whirlwind, and it's just enough to kill.
Baby, one more. One more. Why you cheering for us, boy? Why you cheering for us, boy?
Okay, drop kick does work out for him. And when that happens, it's that plus scenario. You don't know. Oh, he got the back throw anyway. Chakotay just got caught walking back.
Oh, yes, he was looking for that empty low last round, too. Finally finds it. Whoa. I think he tried for an eagle spike, but he messed up. Either way, JB's going to get the stun. Doesn't have critical art on deck, so he can't kill just yet.
Oh, but he's 1 pixel away. Yeah, the chair's coming out.
Oh, you're right. Trigger 2. We've seen that a lot from Chakotay. Gets the mix, and he is definitely still in this match. Mika always has a chance as long as she's got health. +3, he rolls out of the V-reversal. Doesn't want to deal with the guessing situation. Oh!
He went into the whirlwind shot.
He wins now? Don't scratch your head, man. Don't scratch your head. Don't scratch your head, Jimmy. You got this.
You got the run back. You did good.
You got the run back. All right, Chakotay giving it up for JB. Who, I mean, adjusted phenomenally after the first game, right? I think he looked completely dominant in games 2 and 3. So good stuff to JB, really shutting down anything Chakotay tried to do. And once he got him in the corner, I think he had all the right reads in terms of the mix-ups as we take a look at the match.
So the way this is looking so far, Inferno in a very, very great position. Let's take a look again. JB with this corner lockdown. Both characters very good at the lockdowns situations. So you could expect whoever's in the corner, they're going to try to escape as soon as possible. They're not comfortable with just down backing in the corner and taking throws because both these characters get you in a ton of mixes. That was actually super ambiguous, by the way. The neutral jump medium kick.
So then he gets the stun here, right? Huge damage on this 2-bar combo. Gonna put Chakotay in the corner and leave him with just a sliver of life left. And this is great by JB, right? Putting out the whirlwind because he knew Chakotay called the V-trigger too. That means the chair's coming out. He's gonna feel safe to approach, and JB's like, nah, you're not safe at all. So good stuff. JB moves on, stays alive. He's at the back of the line now, so it's all up to Just the Kid for an attempt at a reverse OCV. And the first person he's got to go through is Captain Punk. Whew.
And that's a matchup. Again, he is kind of concerned with Jory. He feels like it's just a little bit more difficult than Mika in general. Yeah. But, I mean, I'm sure he's had tons and tons of practice being a world caliber player.
To paraphrase what Punk said before the team battle started was, I ain't worried about Jury. I'm just more comfortable against Mika. Right? So we'll see how he fares up against Just the Kid's Jury, one of the best in the North American territory. So we'll see. Of course, Punk, thought to be one of the best Street Fighter players in the world, getting first place at Final Round 2019, as well as second place at NCR 2019. So he's off to a ruckus start here for CPT. And of course, at the Street Fighter League, in first or second place pretty much the entire time, right? Currently sitting in second, right behind Team Storm and Item. And we got the Cammy coming out because we know dang sure he wasn't going to pick that Monot. Nope.
You're absolutely right. Now, going into, from what we said earlier in the week, right? The current standings, as it was, Inferno is in second place. The current status right now, they're up all of their members 2 whole wins right now.
That's
If
true.
Punk manages to clutch this win out, it's going to mean a huge change-up against Team Storm, right? Team Storm might have to do a 3-peat as well. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's very close because they are 1-1 in the head-to-head, right? So we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
That was a deep dive kick and great awareness there from Just the Kid to do his blade tech.
And Just the Kid has reverse OCV. He was actually the reason that Team Psycho has a W on the board is because he reverse OCV'd a team earlier in the league. So we'll see if he can get it done again. Of course, Punk already dominating this round with Cammy.
And I like that activation from Just the Kid, that route just off of roundhouse, right? Most of the time we've seen him do it off a cartwheel, maybe off a Fuhajin charge.
Whoa, just reversal EX spiral error right there. Wow, the projectile ended up clipping the end of that dive kick. It's going to give Just the Kid a corner here. Has a little bit of V-trigger left as well. Just spins it.
Oh, that was a very interesting exchange. Crossed him over, used a V-reversal to maintain his position in the corner.
Yeah, I don't think Punk thought the jump in was going to cross up.
Want to confirm that. I think he might have just done it because it was going to be safe regardless.
Yeah.
But
You see Punk was just waking up with the crouch shorts right there because he knows Just the Kid only has pixels of life left. He tried to get the job done. Just the Kid not making it that easy. Oh, as I say that though, you can't test Punk's reactions.
and you know what? It was hard. You couldn't even see if he was buffering it or getting himself ready because he sat there in the crouch position and he just fired away as soon as he saw the projectile. Hard to make a read on Punk's movements, just the way he moves around with that character.
Yeah, he loves these characters with fast walk speed, right? Able to manipulate the screen, get
He's
you
a
to press
cheater.
buttons. Yeah, he definitely is.
That's why. He's a cheater.
We talked about his robotic tendencies. Oh, that is definitely not robotic right there. It ends up messing up the confirm.
And I like that option Just did. He did a full-on punish, used the V-skill to go over, and still managed to get the frame trap as Punk woke up with the button, but can't keep him contained. It's the alpha.
Yeah, Punk got the cross-cut DP right there. Just the Kid try to cross him up. Wanted to put him back in the corner.
Anti-airs there. I mean, I understand too because he could change the trajectory at a moment's notice. Nice side switch there. Even better blocks from Punk.
And he's been doing a lot of dive kicks, so don't blame Just the Kid at all for taking that jump light.
And again, it's just he's having such a hard time trying to decipher. Wait a minute, he's been on point with these confirms though.
They want to pixel that whip though. Oh no, it wasn't properly spaced. That's gonna give Punk the punish and the super and the W.
Offline.
JB can't even keep it together. Every time they speak, he's just laughing.
Man, think he's still at home. Playing in front of his stream. This ain't no stream.
I mean, it is a stream.
I mean, eventually it will.
It's true.
Yeah, technically it's still a stream.
It's definitely a stream, probably.
I'm getting recorded?
He did it. It's been 10 weeks, you know? What are you talking about over there?
Can't figure it out.
Putting in some of these players off in La La Land while we're explaining things to him. But of course, he said, remember, Rolly Lake said, this ain't online. Just Kid is the online warrior representative of Team Psycho. Trying to get done in the offline against the Alpha. In true form right now. Tries to get a throw bait, but Just Kid, nice and disciplined right there. Doesn't bait, and then again, a
The
failed
side
spiral
switch as
arrow.
well. Yeah. Punish off that. Decent amount of damage, but still can't keep the man down. Punk firing over with buttons on wake up. Get this back throw. Activation.
Just checking with the jab after, and then he got the throw afterwards. Tries the air-to-air, and he does successfully, but it traded. Punk didn't have any V-trigger left to go into the dive kick at that point. Just the Kid has some to combo here. Oh,
what a bait!
Oh,
No
he
punish!
recovered in time!
That was the crush counter punish he was looking for. Just a little bit too far out or a little bit too late.
Oh, nice. Stand medium kick. New Punk was going to try to get in there. Just put a stop to that horizontal pressure.
Nice work there from Just a Kid, not losing his composure. Maintaining that spacing against Punk, firing away with that medium kick afterwards. Okay, yeah.
There's backdashes out of there. Punk tries to go for the throw afterwards. Oh, no buffer behind that one, though.
Interesting. Okay, he might have gotten maybe an autocorrect situation.
Yeah, it might have been a crosscut DP attempt that he just ended up using spiral arrow, but whatever. He'll take it for sure. You trigger one on deck for Punk as well. You got to watch out. Yeah, he's going to be looking for that crouch forward, try to confirm it. He does after the counter hit jab.
He's going to spend or save the rest of his meter. I think he's going to use it as an air approach for the enhanced dive kick. We'll see. Or maybe an invincible DP. There it is. And he anticipated it correctly.
Punish from Just the Kid right there, lying in wait, and takes the game.
Ow, like, where did it go?
Great anticipation there from Just the Kid. That's the kind of thing we expect with Cammy if they have that trigger remaining. If they don't use it in a combo, best believe they're going to use it for the approach with the dive kick.
Yeah, I don't know what rank Just the Kid is online, but clearly it's sufficient enough to bait out dive kicks from Punk. We'll see if he can continue that strat. Definitely one of the most common strategies Cammy's go to in V-Trigger, as you touched on, right? So you got to be looking for it.
Yeah. Regardless of the rank, he knows the matchup to a great understanding enough to take a round off of Punk, or a game off of Punk, which is a huge statement.
Yeah, definitely. Keeping his team alive again. This is Team Cycle's only member remaining. So he has to get it done. He has to go with the reverse OCV if he holds. Punk, yeah, relying on him getting hit by these frame traps that he's not getting hit by. He's committing to the spiral arrow because of it.
And I like him using V-reversal after the Fuhajin charge that hits. So when he blocks it, he's able to V-reversal safely because that is punishable now in Season 4.
So again, oh, he actually V-triggered in time and the fireball hits here. Gets to the other side, gets it with the stand medium kick. It's going to be full combo. Oh, and the kill,
Wow,
Just the Kid.
Amazing work from Just the Kid. Good awareness, spending that resource, but let's take a look at the bottom there. Cammy does have 2.5 bars.
Did you see the furrowed brow on Punk after that? My man scrunched up his face. That was too good. He's looking calm now. He's looking focused.
No anti-air there, but it was fine. It was an air-to-air with that jump short exchange from Cammy. Pinwheel, catching him off guard. There's the buffered Fierce into the spiral arrow. Forward throw, not going to be much of a threat from this distance.
Just a Kid sitting on his V-trigger, of course. Punk fully loaded, just going to raw activate, and he gets the dive kick. I think Just the Kid probably trying to react to it just a little bit too late. Spins one bar rather than the super. Wants to hold on to it for the next round.
What do you mean? Look how far that is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she got real low forward. She got a real crouch medium kick.
I mean, I understand, like, I've used this character, but it's just, it gets me every time. There was an empty jump low forward, and it was just super fun.
Yeah, caught Just the Kid's button, I think. Oh, backdash to the low forward this time. Perfect distance to still get the spiral arrow confirmed.
Nice check with the stand jab from Just the Kid. Again, can't contest the air options from Cammy. It's just too difficult. Too much of a risk.
Goes the V-trigger raw again. Oh, he messed up the dive kick. Gets it that time. Just the Kid just blocking. Takes the back throw. So much damage on Jury, man.
The damage is fine. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's going to hit.
Yeah, that's going to be
recovery, and Just the Kid thought he could activate raw. Not in my house.
Good stuff, Punk. Good stuff, T.
Look at how pleased he is with himself. A little cold in the studio, so you can see.
Bro, you almost lost.
Bro, you almost lost. So Toy already popping up on Punk. He's like, bro, you almost lost.
You almost lost. Where was the Manat? Not a man of his word at all. Trying to roll deception checks.
As real as Toy is being, almost doesn't count here. Street Fighter League as Team Inferno gets a solid 3-win victory in that team battle. So that's going to be a huge boost for them. Depending on how Team Storm does, they might be able to take that #1 spot.
As we're going to take a replay, or look at a replay from the last match. It's going to be Punk and Just the Kid. Of course, Punk, you see walking him down. Failed on a couple of the hit confirms, but it didn't end up costing him the match. Yeah, right there. He had the fireball out before the V-trigger that time, right? So it covered his activation. We'll see at the end a little bit different.
Ooh. Super clutch play there from Just the Kid with the awareness of how much meter he had to spin, and then Punk is firing away with that EX uppercut.
Yeah, you see, goes into the EX uppercut here. Wanted to preserve the meter in case he got to round 3, which he does. And again, no fireball there. Punishes the V-trigger activation. Didn't react quickly enough. And we got Punk closing it out 3-0 for Team Inferno.
I know Just the Kid was really looking for that V-trigger activation because the first time he did the cartwheel, missed it. Then he backed up and Punk was like, I know what you want. I'm going to capitalize on this. You're going to try to do it again. Don't do it in front of me. I have the reactions. So that was a really good call out from Punk off of such little information too. So very great stuff for Punk as well as the entirety of Team Inferno. That's going to put him up in first place, but we still have to see how Team Storm does, currently waiting their fate in second place and third with Knuckle Dew with Team Gale.
And of course, Team Frost at 4-4, led by Nephew. Very close to getting that upper echelon. That top 3 is where you want to be. We got Justin Wong leading Team Spirit at 2-6. You'll see them a little later. And Team Psycho, who just played, going to be finishing 1-8 for this week's battle.
Well, we're going to toss it up to Rip in just a bit. I kind of want to see how Punk is feeling himself now since they're at the second to last week here at Street Fighter League, how he's feeling going into these final battles, who he's worried about the most, and why. So let's take it away with Rip.
Thank you very much, Vicious. I am here with the winners, Team Inferno Punk. Last time around, you got the reverse OCV. This time, a full team effort. How do you feel about that?
I'm so happy. I really wanted the clean sweep, you know. That's why I feel like I played so nervous for my team right now. I didn't like my play at all. I missed every hit confirm. Played like an actual bum. But I know Just the Kid can't anti-air, so I just continued to play like a bum. Jump, and it worked out. Thank God, you know. So I'm happy right now.
I can see. And Broly, of course, you know, you climbed out of the Punk backpack. How are you feeling right now, getting that first W on the board?
I mean, I'm the best player on this season, hands down. You know, I got to give the other team a handicap. You know, when I joined this team, they knew they were getting a handicap. They were getting a weak player. So I wanted to show off a little bit of my skill in the final 2 weeks. Ready for Dude's team next week.
So you just basically been sandbagging the whole time?
Yeah, of course I've been sandbagging. I mean, I need to give these guys a good try. I mean, these guys came from so far away, and yeah, I'm just the best player in the game.
Seems to be the case. Your Team Inferno hanging on to that first place. Let's send it on back to the desk.
And I like how JB still hasn't had anything.
I was going to bring that up too. I was like, we need Rip to ask JB a question.
When are you going to ask JB a question,
The people don't know what JB's voice sounds like. Let them know. He didn't say anything on the Challenger Series. My man is chilling.
I definitely had a couple interactions with him. It's just mostly just highs and buys.
Yeah, that's true.
Our good friend JB, again, one of the teammate members of Team Inferno, getting a clean sweep here over Team Psycho, putting Team Psycho at 1-8 currently.
Yes, indeed. So Psycho is going to be at the bottom of the barrel right now, of course, out of the 6 teams we got. But Team Inferno, as you mentioned, clutching out the 3-0 sweep. They need every match they can get right now. They need to maintain those Ws because they and Team Storm are pretty much tied for first place right now. It's going to end up going down to the matches as long as they come out with the overall same record, right? Because in the head-to-head, they're also 1v1. So it's an incredibly close race between those two teams. Team Inferno staying strong. They got one more team battle to go. 7-2 right now. It's good stuff.
In the meantime, we do have Team, I believe it's Frost, going up against Team Spirit, which is super crucial because Team Frost currently sitting at 4th place. They're trying to break that threshold and take over Team Gale, and they could possibly do it against Justin Wong and Team Spirit.
And Team Frost also holds 2 victories. They're 2-0 in the head-to-head up against Knuckle Deuce team, so it's very imperative that they at least get the same record as them if they want to move on.
Yeah, before we get to all that, they're going to queue up, get themselves ready for their team order selection, their character bands, and we'll reveal who those picks are in just a few more moments.
Still my heart, and you stay the coming end.
Do you struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the police station.
Anybody here?
I don't like the sound of that.
We're getting out of here. Leon!
My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation. They're secretly making bioweapons.
Count me in.
Available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Rated M for mature.
And we are back. We do have the team captain prepping up from Team Spirit, Justin Wong, getting ready to fight up against Nephew and Team Frost, who've been looking real stellar these last few weeks. Actually, we're here in the second to last week of Street Fighter League. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Vicious, here with Ringe. Let's talk to the folks at home about the current standings with these two teams.
All right, so it looks like we got Team Spirit up to plate right there in that second to last place right now, sitting safely at fifth. I don't know. I don't think safety was a good word for it. They're unsatisfied.
They're snug there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be coming for that fifth place because Team Psycho just suffered an L, as we saw earlier in the day. And they're going to be going up against Team Frost, who has very much a good chance of making it into the top 3, right? Getting into that guaranteed prize money. They're going to be trying their best as we get the head-to-head matchup right here. You can see 2-6 for Team Spirit, 4-4 for Team Frost. 1-0 already for Team Frost in the head-to-head record. They also hold the advantage in matches won, but in overall games won, actually, it's tied. So Team Spirit still has a little bit of hope alive. They're going to need to win all their games today and all their games next week if they want a chance, as we see Brian F shaking his head as furiously as he did when he found out Punk's hip-hop opinions outside. So we're going to see
that's right. Yeah, that was a little tough.
That was a little tough.
The last time they fought each other again, I believe it was Team Frost who had the 3-2 win over Team Spirit, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm kind of curious to see who Team Spirit is going to ban this time around, because I know Nephew's Colleen has just been a huge problem, but Dual Kevin has really stepped up to the plate with Rashid, up to snuff, really clutching it out these last couple of weeks with that Nakali play. Super impressive, but I mean, we're going to have to see. In other news, we do have another captain who has played both teams very well.
He ain't a captain.
Or excuse me. At this point, he should be.
He should be, because he's one of the MVPs of SFL for sure.
No spoilers, but actually going to be Samurai standing by with Rip. Take it away, Rip.
Is it really a spoiler if they've been watching all this time? Samurai, definitely one of the MVPs of SFL Season 1 so far. You know, you've gotten, 4 OCVs all by yourself, doing the work for your team, carrying them through. But right now, we've got these two teams up. It's going to be Team Spirit and Team Frost. And this is where Justin made kind of like a galaxy brain ban last time, right? He tried to take out the Rashid from Dual Kevin, and he was thinking, all right, Dual Kevin will use the G, and then that'll take the G away from Nephew. How would you approach this matchup if you're on Justin's team?
I would do the same thing, because we're taking away G from Nephew, and G's Nephew is really strong. Yeah, and Nephew's G is really strong. G's Nephew. Same difference, yeah. But yeah, and then against Justin's team, I would take away the Balrog and put the pressure on Psycho and Justin.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they went with last time. And I want to ask you separately, when it comes down to player order or something like that, right? Your team, of course, Classico, he's kind of been doing the least work on your team, right? Idom and you have been kind of carrying the weight there, but he still has a huge role he's been playing, right? In terms of just the mental damage he's done. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, he's not doing, what do you say? He's not the weakest link.
No, I didn't say that at all. I said he's not carrying as much weight as you guys.
Right. So he is still doing the mental damage. Right. He's chipping away at their mental game. So when he comes to me and Idom, when they come to me and Idom, they're weaker, they're slower, they're weaker.
So when it comes to player order here, how would you like to go with these teams?
Against them or just their order?
Them for themselves. What do you think is best?
It's tough because it's tricky where Justin's been playing 1, 2, and 3, and Nephew's been playing 3 mostly. But Snuff has been doing some amazing work, so I think I would probably put Kev first, Snuff second, and Nephew last. And the problem with Justin's team, it seems so. They have a really strong team, but their player order has been just a little lackluster. They feel like the matchups never really quite line up the way they need them to. What would you suggest for them? Well, I think if certain things don't work out in the game, you just have your team's synergy, and just really focus on just working together and saying, all right, let's get this through.
All right, there you have it. That is Samurai's ideas for these teams. Let's go ahead and send it on back to the desk.
Justin made a very, very valid point in one of the interviews where he was saying, we have such a strong team, but I feel like we need to get lucky IRL. We need to figure out some of the player orders that the other teams are going to pick, and we really need to snipe down all the information we can so that we can align ourselves for the best possible chance of winning.
Yeah. And I'm really glad we got Samurai to talk about the draft and his thoughts on the whole thing, because not only has been one of the MVPs of the SFL, but he's one of the most thoughtful players I've ever encountered in Street Fighter, in fighting games, period, right? So he gave us a very genuine answer there, very good insight from Mr. Samurai. And of course, he gave me the picture of G's nephew, and I'm just picturing a little G, making the Valle pose. It's not a good picture in my head at all.
He still has a beard.
Yeah, he still for some reason has a beard. He's 12 years old.
Yeah.
Just watching G on YouTube. Oh, yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it. But that being said, we do have both teams getting ready to go to figure out who the player selection is going to be and the character bans. And Rip's standing by with both captains.
Thank you very much, Vicious. I am here with both of the team captains. Nephew, last time your team did get the W, so Justin's Galaxy Brain ban predictions did not work out. How would you like to start things off in Banner? You guys gonna do the same thing again?
Yeah, we're doing the same thing in banning Balrog.
All right, gonna focus on Brian F. Get that Balrog out of the picture. Now, Justin, you've had some time to think about this since the last time you guys played. How would you like to proceed here?
We're actually gonna do the same. We're still banning Rashid. I mean, like when you think about it, it was still 3-2 overall, and we just can't have 2 people on our team playing secondaries. We need at least 2 people playing their mains.
And you know, you've mentioned multiple times about the player order in your team, and do you feel like that was kind of the main issue with the last time you guys played this set?
I actually think our player orders are always just bad. Like we actually choose very bad ones. We're trying to match up. Like NuckleDude is actually pretty smart with his player orders, but our player order picks are very bad. So maybe I probably won't gamble anymore for the rest of my life.
All right. So what's your player order gonna be here?
This time, hopefully we're right. It's gonna be Brian F first, myself second, and Psycho third.
All right, Brian F, Justin Wong, and Psycho. How about for you guys, Nephew?
It's going to be dual Kevin and then up to Snuff and then me.
All righty, there you have it. Brian F.
We got it for once.
All right, they got it. Justin thinks they got it. Let's see if they can get the W. Let's send her on back down to Jeremy and Ringe.
So he wasn't going to gamble for the rest of his life. Now he gets something right. So I'll definitely see you at the roulette table at EVO 2019.
Yeah, so as soon as he guesses right, he's like, all right, my luck's back, baby. Here we go. Rolling the dice. But, okay, so they did get the order correctly.
Yes.
But does that mean they're going to secure the victory?
No, definitely not.
I don't know if you should feel that happy just yet. That just means you have another game to play. On top of the guessing game, you have to play the actual game, right?
Yeah. It's a moral W, right? They're feeling good at least going into the team battle, so that's good. And you heard Justin mention that they're banning Rashid from Dual Kevin, and he mentioned afterwards that we can't have 2 of our players not playing their mains, right? Because, of course, Team Frost is banning Balrog, and if they banned up to Snuff's Necalli, Psycho also mains Necalli, right?
That's right.
That means, again, if each team gets a ban and both teams can't use that character, so that would be taking away Necalli from Psycho as well. So instead, they just default to Rashid, take away Dual Kevin's main character, try to secure this victory for Brian F, who's also going to be on the secondary.
Right. And what's really amazing to me is that they're not going for the Colleen pick. You know, that's Nephew's main character, but that's a huge statement because his G has been just as great.
Yeah,
no pun intended, you know, whatever. Don't worry about it. But his G has just been just as effective, right? So I'm kind of curious. For certain matchups, maybe Nephew will pull out G now that he has the order, but we'll see what happens. He's going to queue up for the second team battle of the week, and it's going to be happening after this break, so do not go anywhere. We'll be back with more Street Fighter League.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the key?
This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
We're here with the second team battle of the week. My name is Vicious, here with Ringe, and you guys are watching Street Fighter League Pro US Season 1. For all of you guys following along so far, thank you so very much. We're here at week number 10, the second to last week before the finale.
Oh, yes, indeed. And we got a barn burner set up for y'all. Team Spirit, of course, on paper, thought to be one of the strongest teams, right? With Justin Wong, Brian F, and Psycho rounding out the squad. However, they're in 5th place at a 2-6 overall record, going up against Team Frost with Nephew, Dual Kevin, and Up to Snuff, who are in 4th place and hold a 2-0 victory over the 3rd place team in Team Gale. So they're definitely trying to get in that upper echelon, trying to get into the finals, want that money, want to come back for Season 2. You know what I'm saying? All the things that come with placing well.
At this point, I think Team Spirit is the gatekeeper for Team Frost right now, considering the current standings respectively.
And so we got G for Dual Kevin, Brian F rocking the Abigail. Again, both of these players had their main characters banned, so we're seeing secondaries. Brian F been playing a couple of characters, definitely getting that Abigail some work.
Oh, I like that. Adjusting the hitbox, using that jump roundhouse, catching Dual Kevin off guard. Again, Kevin with that G. We've seen him use it before. Ooh, over the fireball. Meaty stand fierce, or stand strong, excuse me, into the fierce.
Oh, he tried for the throw afterwards, but he was a little bit too far. It's going to allow Dual Kevin to reverse the situation. Oh, bet on the command throw right after the V-trigger activation. Brian F sniffed it out and stuffed him for it.
Round 2. Fight.
First round for Brian F. Off to a great start. Medium kick to kind of poke Abigail and test the ranges and see what Brian F wants to do. Whatever information you can gather. The fierce crush counter, back fierce, bring him more towards the corner. Counter hit, can't get Abigail punch.
Was only a 4-frame jab on G. It's a little bit slow. It does go mad far. However, he's got to deal with the stun now. Hopefully, trying to survive this. Brian F got any shenanigans. No, just takes the damage. Oh, slap. Yeah, Brian F was waiting for that, right? He was setting up the command grab the whole game, just walking up.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm playing this character. On the side of Team Frost, not much to be said, but yeah, Brian F was setting that up the whole round, right? Constantly walking up in his face, then doing crouch short, getting these counter hits, getting these meaties, and then finally to get the kill, to get the whole game win, he goes with the command grab. Very good stuff.
It's a lot harder to read on defense, right? If you're on the opposite end of that pressure, you're seeing Brian F hit you with all these meaties. Like 2 in a row, Dual Kevin woke up to stand strong, right? That led to that back fierce combo extender, a ton of damage, and another knockdown. So you kind of get that warning. It's like, okay, maybe I should sit down and just wait. Brian F the last second pulling out all the stops. Dual Kevin getting an opening this time. Huge shift for Dual Kevin. The tail end of that, because its P level is maximum presidency right now.
That's level 3 president right there, baby. Oh, he blows through the fireball, though. The EX run with that armor. Brian F. Oh, staying large and in charge. Gets the missile drop kick.
I like that read from Brian F. Thinking that Dual Kevin was going to draw out that forward fierce.
Oh, the new chat's been activated, though. We got V-Trigger 1 on deck. Best V skill in the game.
Ooh, that
combo.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. All the way through for the kill. Even Abigail's big body life cannot survive.
Caught him with the wheel kick initially. Saw the confirmed potential, used that V skill immediately, and got the W. Dual Kevin with the versatility of characters, right? He's got G, he's got a punch to the face too, all right?
Now he's already locked in this corner again, tries to jump out. Brian F with a nice anti-air jab. You can see just pestering with the normals, gets the flip as well. Dual Kevin even using a V reversal. We know how crucial that V trigger is to being successful with G.
Oh, crouch strong, unconventional anti-air, but it worked. It worked out.
Whoa, he tried to cancel into the level up.
Another jump over the fireball. Brian F with all the reactions right now. Abigail speed bag.
Yeah, he's not going to keep that cash in his pocket. Spin it, put the president away, and we're 1 apiece here in game 2.
Brian F now at match point, spending that cash. As you mentioned, Dual Kevin, however, sitting at a full bar of resources with the critical art.
Yeah, I was going to say, I want to see some more stand-like from Dual Kevin. He's starting to pull it out with the buffer behind it. Nice back fierce directly into the critical art for the anti-air.
You know, I got to admit, overlapping inputs with G, the uppercut input to kind of go into the dash swing blows, sometimes you might overlap and get the critical art, so it could have gone either way with Dual Kevin, but regardless, that's going to give him a great advantage with almost 60% gone on Brian F's life bar.
Oh, he's at level 3 as well, so yeah, he's got the enhanced fireball. You can see no one too many dashes, though. That's going to get a knockdown, knock him down to present level 2.
Ooh, okay. Try to catch him mid-air, but Dual Kevin jump out of there. Does use the V reversal afterwards. Side switch and a punish. Yeah, okay. One more touch for Dual Kevin. Oh, there it is. Crouch strong. Best believe there was a buffer after that.
Yeah. So good stuff from Dual Kevin holding on. Some words of wisdom from Nephew. See if he takes those into consideration going into game 3. This is one apiece. Brian F and Dual Kevin trying for the first W on the board for their respective teams.
I know Dual Kevin and Nephew practice a lot in the warm-up room we have here in the studio. These guys always talk about the G matchup for a variety of characters. And again, just Nephew sharing that knowledge of what he would do in this situation if he's ever played against Brian F and or Abigail, right?
Yeah, because G is thought to have pretty good matchups against the big bodies, right? Zangief specifically. You just don't see as much Abigail right now in Season 4, but still a very prominent character.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like he needs to be in a different presidentiality level to really be as effective.
Yeah.
Because base form G, I don't think it's going to be enough. The normals are great, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he's even more effective with the enhanced.
He needs that enhanced fireball, right? Let's be 1000% real about it. He's got the V trigger on deck as well if he wants to activate it, but he just goes the whole round without getting maximum presidency. That's a huge blow.
Brian F knows that Kevin is actually looking for that, so he's going to just charge forward as much as possible, not give him that much space, and if he gets the read on the fireball, he'll take it. But even if he does get hit with the fireball, it's not that much damage compared to a big truck like Abigail. He's going to be just fine taking that damage. Look at that. Look, compared to the life, the trade there.
We got the crouch fierce coming out from Brian F now acting as an anti-air, or excuse me, Dual Kevin. That big crouch fierce from G, one of the best anti-airs in the game. Doesn't try to anti-air the flip though.
I like that. He was fishing for the stand strong after it hits because it's plus.
Another viewer versus Dual Kevin. Again, that's going to put him farther away from maximum presidency.
No anti-air there for the Abigail flip. Still a little hard to kind of react to be honest. Crouch strong to check the advance from Kevin. I like this range that Brian F has been playing at. No potential, or no capitalizing on the whiff punish.
Oh, back fierce. Just out of range. Nice.
He does it again.
Double light directly into super, but yeah, that might have been another overlapping input.
Yeah, you saw that light, those two lights come out and into the critical art. That wasn't going to work out for him, but Brian F fires away with the punish. Critical art overhead. He's playing it safe. But he is getting in that range, that danger zone.
Oh, Brian F are able to clutch out the victory with Abigail. Team Spirit's got to be feeling good about that one. Getting past Dual Kevin's G. And again, this is the order they wanted to face. You saw Justin celebrate finally getting the order he wanted against the team. And it looks like Brian F gets the job done in game 1. And yeah, I mean, there was a couple of mistakes, I think, from Dual Kevin on that time, right? Obviously, the execution errors. That jab was definitely supposed to be EX rush punch, right? Because you can go into that after the jab. But it didn't end up happening. He ended up getting the super, so that he dropped the combo there. And then on top of that, I feel like Brian F, sorry, I blanked on the name for a second, was just actually pretty solid on this Abigail.
Yeah, he kept it at the right space, and he understood what Dual Kevin wanted to go for in certain scenarios too. He really applied that pressure,
that's
and
the big
Kevin
drop we were just talking about.
Definitely felt it, right?
Oh, I remember the other point I was going to make. It was the fact that Dual Kevin in these last 2 rounds didn't activate V-Trigger 1 or activated when he only had a pixel left. Like, I know he spent the V-reversals to try to get out of the corner against Abigail, but, I mean, that's just going to cost you big. That's one of G's best tools. That's what makes him one of the best characters in the game.
Yeah, as much as you want to get that comeback to happen, it feels so great, but, you know, you want to have a little bit of leeway to it. You have to have at least some life left.
Yeah.
But him using that V-reversal to kind of alleviate the pressure from Brian F's Abigail, I think it was just a little bit too late.
It's a super hard decision to make in the moment, right? You're like, I'm getting overwhelmed by Abigail, one of the most explosive characters in the game. If I let this keep happening, if he just keeps bullying me in the corner, my life is going to disappear.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to trade one resource for another. He bet on the V reversal, didn't actually get him out of the trouble. And, you know, Dual Kevin, that's all a learning experience from him, though, right?
I agree.
He's great at evolving as a player. I'm sure he's going to take that and this whole SFL experience under his belt and become even better as we get captain of Team Spirit, Jay Wong, going up against Up to Snuff, one of the MVPs for Team Frost.
I like that little pre-game rituals. He lined himself in the collar, just channel his inner collar. He's gonna look you dead in the eye. Make sure
It's like setting the dice to 20. That's what I always do. I make sure my dice is on 20.
Oh, yeah, when you roll,
give me the good karma.
yeah.
Just to give me the good karma, you know what I mean? I understand that pre-match ritual.
I definitely pick 1 so that I never land on 1 again.
What? The opposite strat?
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
like, all right, well, it's already starting on 1. It's not going to hit 1 again. But I hit like a 4.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry about it, chat. It's not a big deal. Not versus Nikali, exactly what you can expect because the ban went towards Brian F. Well, we all saw how that played out as Justin picked the right order for his team. Let's see if this comes to fruition in Team Spirit's favor, and what will Team Frost do to get themselves back on the board.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about why Justin actually wanted this order right. He wanted the Manat up against Up to Snuff's Nikali. I think he wanted the control that Manat provides in the neutral right. Huge normals, and it's going to be pretty easy to keep Nikali at bay with that big stand fierce if Up to Snuff can't read it with like jumps and whatnot. Tried it already, you can see, and Justin Wong knows after eating 1 stand fierce, you're going to want to start jumping, but Up to Snuff, not deterred by it, gets a command grab, we're already in the corner.
See, this is a tough spot to be in as Justin Wong. One of the best defensive players in gaming history, really. What happens when you come up against a character with a command grab, right? It just changes everything completely.
Your defense means nothing now.
You can block all you want, I have a command grab.
So do we got any conversions, Justin? Let's see if he's got the V-Trigger 1 combos on deck.
And I like Up to Snuff not pushing the issue. He's just going to back away, wait for these orbs to dissipate, or for Justin Wong to just throw him out there for chip.
And you see the V-Trigger is running out for Justin. Those orbs are going to dissipate.
Effective defense there from Up to Snuff. And as soon as it's gone, he's right back in it. He sees the green light, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, he's just going to chip him out. Nice stuff from Up to Snuff.
Intellectual diplomat here at Street Fighter League.
For sure.
Listening to his interviews make me feel significantly smarter, but that's never the case.
Also, the only person we found that's taller than Rip here in the set.
That's right, yeah, he's like 6'5" or something, I think, yeah. Up to Snuff is a giant dude.
Yeah. Oh, again, that's what we talked about, right? Up to Snuff is going to have to bet on those jumps against these stand fierces. Has to get in on Manat somehow. Already has her in the corner again. Justin trying to poke him out, but just a dash and again, command throw.
Good.
One more. Oh, he did go for it. Yeah, he did go for the command throw for the stun. Justin Wong waking up with critical arts to put a stop to that. He has V-Trigger available as well. Both sides do. Just raw activation now and Up to Snuff. Has a lot of time on this clock, right? We've seen him content with just waiting out this V-Trigger 1. Has plenty of time to do so.
Oh, chipping away. Justin Wong gets the throw. Nice work on the board there. 1 round apiece for both competitors.
Yeah, in these 2 rounds, we haven't seen Up to Snuff actually activate his V-Trigger. First round, he was too dominant to actually get it. Second round, he died too fast.
Yeah, a lot of the times we've seen him time and time again throughout these weeks build that V-Gauge with the V-Skill. You just saw it barely whiffing Justin Wong, but he wants to suppress Justin as soon as possible, right? He's not going to do so in Enhanced Nikali. He just wants to make sure he puts Justin in a corner to take advantage of his defensive style.
Yeah, with that last V-Skill right there, he actually got the V-Trigger Mew. Did eat an EX combo from Justin Wong, though.
There's the activation we were looking for. Took a lot more damage.
Straight up dash up, crouch medium punch has been one of Nikali's signature strats since the launch of the game.
It's hard to contest. Look at his dash.
His dash is so fast.
He covers so much ground. Oh.
Spinning it out.
That sound is just so cool.
It comes from the throat.
Oh.
He's got an extra gland of necrotic energy.
He has multiple esophagus. I don't even know what the plural form is, but...
Esophagus?
Probably.
Now, again, V-Trigger 1 up for Justin Wong. Up to Snuff does not have critical or anything like that, so he can't chip him out like he did in the round previous.
Yeah, just 1 more touch for Justin Wong. He does have a little bit of bar to work with there. Almost 4, excuse me. A little bit of 20 seconds on the clock.
Oh my goodness, all the dashes. Justin Wong with reactions to the tech throw, though. See, Up to Snuff switching it up now. He's trying to dash up and get the crouch. L, he gets the EX. That leaves him on a pixel. 10 seconds on the clock. Up to Snuff realizes he has the lead here. If he stays in that bottom corner, oh, he did eat the chip.
Oh, and he knew. Look at the hitbox on that. So smart. Up to Snuff knew it. As soon as he took that chip damage, Justin Wong 2 steps ahead. He's like, you're going to use this V-Skill to try to tie me up. I'm going for it.
Good.
Imagine if he waited an uppercut.
Oh, man. I would have left. I'd be like, good luck.
That would have been Galaxy Brain.
Yeah, solo commentate the rest of the SFL issues because I'm out of here. Oh, neutral jump anti-air with staying medium kick. I like that.
Nice spacing there on the V skill. Still not deterred from using it after that last round where that caused the loss.
Just dashing in again. Staying in Justin's face. He knows how this matchup has to be played. Counter hit overhead. Oh! Justin was trying to slug it out, but Up to Snuff willing to stay in there and box with them. Takes the first round.
We're really starting to see one of the weaknesses of Minot as a character, right? Once you get her suppressed with offense, it's just so hard for her to even find the gaps to counter poke with. You have crouch jab, you can't use fierce, one of her best moves.
Bruh,
Look at the damage!
How many times has Just the Wong made Up to Snuff block or connect to stand fierce? It's been very minimal, maybe 1 or 2. Like, Up to Snuff has been constantly jumping these, and now the 7-frame sweep, he gets the stun, and it's going to be 1-1.
Up to Snuff with he was clearly not happy about the way he almost got timed out last round. He's like, you got me that last game, but you know what? I'm going to go right back into it.
I know. All right. You got this. I know he's trying to go man.
Facts.
You hear it. You hear the excessive button tapping from Snuff. He's feeling it.
Ooh.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what the game is, to random me out.
You know, the last time.
Justin said the game is to random me out. You can't beat me in real Street Fighter. You got to random me out. You can see he's looking for the jumps earlier now. Getting that crouch fierce going.
A lot more active with the button presses this time around. See, since Up to Snuff wasn't using the V-skill as much, he knows he could play around in this neutral with the normals. He's no longer afraid of the V-skill threat because Up to Snuff hasn't done it yet.
And you see Justin is going with much quicker buttons, right? No, not committing to the stand fierce at all, just staying with the stand medium punch, crouch jabs, having that anti-air ready. Much better here in this opening round.
But that's the trade-off, right? Since Up to Snuff is building V-gauge by getting hit now, it's going to be even harder for Justin Wong to contest in Enhanced Nikali mode.
Luckily for Justin, not cornered this time. Actually has the corner against Up to Snuff. V-skill is there. Oh, he actually didn't counter hit on the anti-air. He just walked under him. Oh, tried to reach out with that last orb, but he got clipped by the V-skills. Opened up a door for Up to Snuff. You can see Justin Wong not committing to the stand fierces. Very well done. Going with the quick buttons, puts Up to Snuff away.
Round 2.
You're gonna random me out? No, I'm gonna random you out.
Yeah.
Look at these normals. Okay, a lot more active with the V-skills. Up to Snuff. Now trying to build the gauge and keep Justin Wong away, doing a little bit of chip damage here.
Yeah, he's got to switch it up. Right now, he's going with those V-skills to catch those buttons that are not going to reach him. This is good adjustments on both sides here. Classic Street Fighter.
And in that space, yeah, Justin Wong's just going to command this space here. Up to Snuff's going to have to try to make a guess between mid-range or far-range V-skill, but he doesn't want to give out too much information because it might bite him in the end.
And Up to Snuff, you can see him getting frustrated a little bit, trying to force the dash. Justin Wong, again, not committing to these big buttons. Just waiting, reacting to the offense that Up to Snuff is presenting. Again, checking the dashes.
He knows that Up to Snuff wants to activate off of a normal instead of raw, but I feel like maybe if he goes into Enhanced Nikali, just wait a minute.
Got the cross under. Up to Snuff has to be looking to activate here.
You got it. V-reversal's out. Oh, he didn't punish though. I thought Up to Snuff would be looking for that. I like that idea. Instead of going with a normal punch, EX gets stuffed out. Up to stuffed with CA instead.
Yeah. Justin Wong clutching it out for his team, waking up with the CA. I mean, he said it at the pre-match, right? He's like, this man is going ham. He wants to random me out. And of course, that opening for Up to Snuff, right? He had been so frustrated in that round leading up to that point, right? Just constantly kept out by the small poking buttons of Minot. So he's like, finally the knockdown. I'm going to go with the ES command grab. I know he's going to respect me. Nah, Justin Wong, not about that respect life. Said, you're going to random me out. I'm going to wake up CA and you're going to die.
Way more active in the button presses you saw in that game. And again, Up to Snuff making that adaptation. But this is where it really broke down to Justin Wong taking it down ultimately. Up to Snuff was really adamant about getting this V-trigger activation off of a normal. And that caused a lot of damage on his side. But when he got that opening, Justin Wong knew already, yep, I was expecting that. I'm using this V-reversal to get myself out of this situation. Up to Snuff with that last-ditch effort. But you can't keep the man down. You gonna random me? No, I'm gonna random you.
And I believe Justin Wong built the critical art with that back throw as well. The damage he took built him to the CA. So again, I think that's another reason Up to Snuff wasn't looking for it immediately, right? He just got the meter for the critical art. Well done.
Didn't Psycho just have glasses on? I think he's changing between costumes.
Yeah.
As we move on per competitor. All right, all jokes aside, we do have Nephew, the sole anchor for Team Frost. That's going to be 2 L's so far for Team Frost.
Indeed.
Justin Wong, his picks have been coming to fruition so far. This is why he celebrated early. He's like, you know what, we finally got our team order correct. I guessed correctly.
And we've talked about it in past weeks, right? Amazingly talented team. Brian F, Psycho, and Justin Wong. One of the strongest teams we have here at SFL on paper, but they just haven't been getting the orders they wanted, right? That's a whole other aspect to this series. And because of that, I think they've been underperforming. But now Justin able to defeat up to snuff. We had Brian F able to defeat Dual Kevin. Now we got the captain of Team Frost, Nephew, going up against Psycho. And remember, this is a very important match for Team Frost, right? They are very close to tying with Team Gale in terms of record, and they hold a 2-0 victory in the head-to-head against them. So if they end up tied, Team Frost will be the one placing higher.
And you see Nephew there. By the way, you know how he spun his stick around to get himself ready? He actually uses Octogate.
Oh, up to snuff?
No,
Nephew.
Yeah,
Okay,
he doesn't
okay.
use Square Gate.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Shout out to
very
Hanzo
interesting.
Gonzo. Octogate boys.
No, I can't co-sign that.
I just he does. That's why I said shout outs to him. I don't.
Just for him.
Playing on Square Gate.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. But all jokes aside,
Like
again,
a sane human.
yeah, you're right. Nephew using Colleen. Again, they went for the ban towards Rashid to halter Dual Kevin, and then hope that Psycho matches up against Nephew. Maybe he can take a page from Up to Snuff's book and drown out Nephew with Nicoli's offense.
Yeah,
We'll see.
definitely could.
Nephew proving us wrong so far. Crouch Fierce, great anti-air option. Let it snow.
And Fierce and Crouch Fierce are two of Colleen's best tools. See now even fishing with the low forward. Oh, but Psycho with the jump ins. Talked about these Nicoli jump ins, especially with that Fierce, right? Extends downward, just makes you hurt.
When you think about Up to Stuff, he's more of like the grounded Nicoli. Great work with the roundhouse placement, the V skills. Then you have Psycho keeping it ambiguous, the EX DPs, and his jump in angles have just been phenomenal. You know, a lot of people say jump ins aren't like the best thing to do in a fighting game, but Psycho just makes it work for himself with the likes of Nicoli, a very unique character, having an extensive fierce hitbox and the dive kick that change trajectory.
Precisely. Oh wow, the jump back to beat the EX Vanity step. That was dope from Psycho. Has played this matchup once or twice.
Oh, the counter hit, the stray hit, converted fully. EX stomps. Oh, I like the anticipation there from Psycho. Punish. Here comes Nephew. No V-trigger, so it's going to be a decent amount of damage.
Oh, trying for that roundhouse. If that was Crush counter, would have been all over. And Nephew holds on and clutches out the W.
The confirm off of the stray crouch jab from Nephew. He found the gap and took the risk.
Round 2.
It's crazy.
Fight.
He just caught Psycho. So no counter hit on the jab.
Or was it counter hit? I didn't see it.
I just saw crouch jab.
Yeah, that's what I saw, right? Great stuff from Nephew.
We'll check it out on the archives, you know.
Skill once more.
Let it rain. Yeah, there is a significant gap if you do block that.
Good stuff from Psycho, recognizing again. We've seen his knowledge in this matchup so far. It looks good. It looks pretty dang good right there as well as he dashes forward through the parry attempt.
Great blocks, even more from Nephew. He's going to get this side switch after his activation. EXDP, I told you about it, Ringe. Everybody's seen it from time to time with Psycho. Oh, great blocks!
Across him.
I feel like you have to guess that because it's so unorthodox the way she moves.
Oh, and he gets the low forward into the confirm. It really seems like Justin Wong's team really wanted this set order, right? Psycho seems to have extensive knowledge in this Colleen matchup.
Fight.
Oh, double dash! It's an EX command throw. As disrespectful as you can get at round start.
Oh, fires right back with a little bit of salt. That parry, EX parry, does over 200 damage.
One frame. Oh,
my.
The vanity step stuff. Psycho quickly approaching the stun bar, and he's going to be cashed out. Nephew doesn't have any mirrors to go into critical art or anything like that. EX vanity step again, jumps out. Oh, the backdash. Psycho stays with the movement, and he just walks up, throws him back into the corner.
Forward throw. Blocking the meaties again.
Oh, trying to chase him down. He's going to confirm into critical art. Psycho, this should be enough damage to put his team up 1-0. Yeah.
Let's go! Let's go! The praise.
You see, everybody held their breath. I was like, that's definitely going to kill. That's why we're on the desk with the commentators. We talk that good stuff.
I'm still speechless, man. Such great conversion there from Psycho. like that coming from both players of Team Spirit, both really trying to give as much advice as possible to Psycho.
Especially when you're in the corner.
Man, Team Spirit's got to be feeling good because not only did they get that W, but it seems like they got a lot of data from that match as well, right, Brian?
A ton.
Yeah,
from
Brian.
what the chatter was, it looked like it, yeah.
So Psycho should be feeling real good going into game 2. He has the 1-0 lead on Nephew. Can't get the anti-air there.
Ooh, he pressed the button through the gap. He understood. He saw which stump came out. Either that or he had some sort of insight.
Yeah. The intuition. Oh, he gets the jump over as Nephew pressed the roundhouse. It's a big button for Colleen.
Oh, even bigger parry there. Look at the damage on the board from just that one parry.
Yeah, whiffs the media as well. Makes Psycho think he was going to have to block something and gets the throw. Now we got the V-trigger activated as well. Oh, he had no counter hit there. All right, gets it right back in. Skates into the DMs. Make sure he holds the jabs. Oh, yeah, you heard.
Round 2. Fight.
Team Frost, baby.
Nephew is just reaming on the buttons right now. He's already ready for the next round. Oh, wait a minute. No punish. No punish on the misplaced EX Parabellum.
Nice counter hit jab into the crouch medium push. Get some space after the disc guidance.
Trying to get rid of that crouch fierce. Air to air. Great awareness there from Nephew. Doesn't want to eat the mix up coming from an airborne Nikali, right?
Especially that was going to cross him up, right? He was going to give up the screen position advantage. Great dash to avoid the V skill and then punched him for it.
Activation after that straight hit. Got a counter hit jab, actually. Dunk. Gets the damage and the corner carry. Air to air, other side!
Nephew holding up forward on a wake up. Gutsy move, but it's going to work out so far. Stays in front.
Oh, and he got the straight counter hit.
Yeah.
EX uppercut. You thought? That's the first time I've actually seen EXDP work against Psycho.
Yeah. So I think, because Psycho managed to EXDP the last time he did the hail in a block string, right? And this wasn't in a box string, it was on wake up, but I feel like the familiarity reminded Nephew of that, and he was like, I'm just going to chill and block.
See a counter hit or like you have to use the EX for damage because there's no reason to keep the whole bar, especially when you're in. You know, but again, like your command grab is hitting, and I would say like when you have him in the corner and after like the first guess, he's gonna wake up maybe EX counter. So instead of that, focus more on like just delay button or grab. Yeah, grab bar. All right.
Great advice from Justin Wong, right? Not only is he telling him to spin the meter once he has it, right? No reason to hold on to the super. You're not going to blow through anything that Colleen presents with it. You can do that with EX, but also to make sure that he switches up the Oki on offense, right? And when he gets the knockdown, Nephew's been favoring the EX parry, which is 1 frame, so he's like, go with a throw, which would beat it, or a delayed button, which would let it whiff and then beat it as well.
Nephew, I gotta admit, he's been very ambiguous with what he wants to do on wake up. Sometimes he'll throw in the crouch jabs. He's found a lot of times interrupting Psycho with these strings. He's not afraid to press the button on wake up.
Yeah, he's mainly been going with the EX parry once he's been cornered. Now Nephew's able to fight out of that, gets the STO.
Activation, yeah, after that target combo, he's in position to get that activation, and it's so deadly to do so. Yeah, the juggle off the second icicle, close to stun. Frozen?
Oh, yes. So Nephew doing it with Team Frost.
Iceman, Nephew looking at match point, trying to bring it back for Team Frost.
And Nephew, again, the only member of the team alive here. Brian F. and Justin Wong both claim W's, so they're still alive. Gets the EX. Oh, the EX again. He's starting to listen to Justin Wong's advice here. Yeah. Spin that meter. Oh, and there it is again. Wakes up with the EX parry, and he gets the command throw. Listen to the captain.
Coming to fruition. Justin Wong with the reads and Psycho with the execution.
Okay, he's telling him something again. You can see. He's like, look, I told you. He's like, in the corner, after he gets knocked down like that, he's going to wake up with the EX parry. Of course, 1 frame. It's a great wake-up option, but does lose the throws.
Yeah, so long as you're not striking Colleen within that moment, it's going to be just fine for the punish afterwards because there is recovery on it. Woo, okay.
You jump in from Psycho. He's trying to close out for his team. Interrupted.
Stands strong in the perfect range to catch in between Psycho's strings.
Work in, now the V skill. He doesn't quite have V trigger available though. Oh, stand fierce because the crush counter. He got another hit.
Oh, didn't convert off of it. Nice straight jab there. Uh-oh. Dashed into it as Nephew came in with the jab. That's going to be enough.
Yeah. So Nephew takes it 2-1, keeps Team Frost alive, gonna send Psycho out of the team battle, but we got 2 people at the back of the line, first of which being Brian F, who's gonna step up to the plate right now.
And I like the momentum shift there from Nephew. Despite all the advice that Justin gave Psycho, it worked out beautifully. It played out so well, but Nephew was not phased by it at all. He just changed like, oh, well, it's just another round.
Yeah, exactly. Nephew is an elite Street Fighter player as well, right? So as much as Justin had the right reads there, Nephew is thinking all of that himself as well. So he's like, okay, this is what my opponent's going to be looking for. I got to switch up the offense and switch up the defense as well. He did a great job of doing so, of course. He is so deadly on that Colleen, keeping Team Frost alive. Now he's going to face Brian F. and the Abigail, because remember, the Balrog has been banned by Team Frost.
It's all working out right now for Team Frost. They targeted this ban towards Brian F. They don't want to deal with the shenanigans. They understand that this Abigail, it's been doing okay. It's just okay right now. He's got his fair share of wins, but again, it's more L's than W's in terms of the Abigail pick. But statistically, they'd rather fight this character than his Balrog, because his Balrog is world class in my opinion. I think his Balrog is one of the best in the business. Sheer fundamentals. It's just so calculated.
He loves those fundamental characters.
I love watching him play Balrog.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, top 8 at final round 2019, right? He got very close to making top 8 at NCR as well. So he's been real good at the CBT season in 2019, and he's just been a beast since we've known him, right? Brian F, obviously a big streamer as well. If you haven't checked out his stream, please do so. He's got better hip-hop selections than Punk stream. Just
by
saying.
default, yeah.
Just saying.
And when he puts on the jazz classics too, he'll have his playlist on random. It's a great way to wind down, Range, and watch Street Fighter.
Let's listen to Brian F's lovely voice.
Fight.
All right,
I'm glad he's not trying to take our job.
You know what I mean? I'm glad he's good at Street Fighter.
Right? Hey, wait. Wait a minute. You're right. And I like this range that Nephew's playing at, right? He's just outside of both the jab and the fierce ranges. Just in case he throws up the heavy button, he's going to whiff punish it. He's outside of jab, which is fine. Yeah, he's going to use that button primarily to poke out Abigail. Against the jabs, I would look for.
Looking for the low forward now and the stand strong afterwards. Brian F trying to come up with something. See Nephew willing to press these buttons at that range, comes up with something there.
Ooh. Activation, yes sir. I didn't know he did all that bar. Oh, the parry, the V-skill parry.
Brian F has answers with Abigail. Do not underestimate this man. He said, I played this character. You heard him last time he was up, but then the back throw. Oh, and the forward throw. Did it all come crashing down? Oh, he tried it again, and it's all coming crashing down.
Rock bottom, the big show. Chip away. Oh, a common activation route for Abigail. Command grab? No, he tried to jump out. He anticipated command grab as well.
Great job for Brian F anticipating the last usage of that V trigger. Knew he was going to close the distance in an instant, and Brian F couldn't afford to even eat a crouch short.
Oh my gosh!
Brian F is very, very good.
Punish!
Oh my god. He still hasn't clutched out this round though. 8 seconds left on the clock.
He's a little bit life over. Nephew, a small pixel.
Oh, not anymore. And he gets the forward throw. Nephew manages to take the round after Brian F was so close. The EX Abigail punch didn't connect. That would have been the round.
He can't armor through anymore with that much life left either.
Yeah.
For a big change up to Abigail in terms of his vitality and his usage of meter to clutch out situations like that. He had to be a lot slower in that approach and be a wild child.
And he was. He was playing so well. Oh, being a little bit of a wild child right now though. Ends up getting crush counter for it.
See that? The back roundhouse. It caught the low jab. That's why Nephew's in this specific range. That's what he's looking for. But the fierce is a little bit outside. Just a bit outside.
Try for the crush counter in this. Oh! Nice. Anti-air's the flip, but again, that leaves him airborne, right? So you can't actually go into EX Parabellum after that.
I think just a little bit later, he could catch him.
Yeah.
They did change that about Abigail.
So Nephew too quick on the reactions.
Oh, you know, also managed to get the crush counter and react as well with that V-trigger too. One of the best V-triggers in the game in the current meta, I feel like, with Colleen.
Yeah, absolutely. He actually didn't get the combo on that last hit right there, but Brian F trying to wiggle out at that point, just ate the raw, stand medium kick.
I just heard some of the Colleen players. Okay.
So yeah, Justin's saying he's waiting to do the punch after the EX run a little bit too late, right? He says if you do the punch earlier, you'll be able to catch him jumping out, and just overall trying to avoid the run in the first place. See Brian Neff centering himself. Up to Snub with some advice as well for Nephew.
Maybe giving him a check on what he's been doing, how he's been taking damage, just to kind of refresh him, to kind of be aware, a little more cognizant of where he's at on the screen, the V skill usage. And I like that idea, max distance V skill. You're not going to get punished, but you are able to eat up some of the moments Abigail throws out.
All right, already in the corner, Nephew just harassing him with the normals now. Oh, well, yeah, committed to that. Brian Neff able to punish.
Crouch Fierce barely whipping Brian F. That's the one. Yeah, Abigail flip. You wait just a little longer. You can catch them grounded. Nice neutral jump from Nephew. And you know why? He did see the V trigger locked and loaded. He made the correct read against Brian F. You can expect he's going to go for that again, but Brian F. not going to make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, there's so many characters in this game where that applies to. The sweep into V-trigger activation. Oh, you whiffed the throw, Nephew with the punish. Great stuff.
They changed it so that you can't do it off of the second one on a block.
I believe so.
Round 2. Fight.
Again, just walking up stand Fierce. Oh, gets clipped by the crouch jab though. Oh, nice from Brian.
Conversion there. Caught the legs and fully into the EX commitment. Abigail punch.
Yeah, he got bullied the last round, right? Just by Nephew walking at him and pressing the different normal. So Brian Neff's trying to prevent Nephew from getting into that range. Back to back on the big boots. Team Spirit like that one.
Yeah, a little bit of a chuckle from Psycho. He's like, yeah, it looks like me. Roundhouses. I think Stump was a little happy about that too. Nice tech from Brian F. Hefty life lead. Nephew needs to break down this mountain. Oh, I like that.
There you go. Gets the combo he was looking for when he dropped it earlier. Ooh! It's run, but again, not pressing the punch that quickly.
Oh, he's trying to anti-air, but the icicle step just at a weird angle to try to contest.
Yeah. So, yeah, the crouch strongs. He was just spamming them. Brian F can't convert off the V-trigger activation, though.
Oh, and he does. It hits the target. That's going to be enough. He's going to spend that. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He needs to take out Nephew. Ugh.
Abigail's life is too low to really risk him not spinning the meter, right? Because then you just wake up, he's fully loaded as well. So he activates the V-trigger, gets you in one combo, spins an EX bar, and you're dead. So I like that from Brian F, not being cheap.
Yeah, just resetting the rounds, right? Despite Nephew having full critical art, that's a risk he was willing to take.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what, I'm going to reset this match. I want to come at full life and start back in the middle of the screen here. Very, very common tactic.
Big fan of that decision. Oh, tries to jump. Oh, nice coverage by Nephew, just going with the air throw after he sees Brian F jump out of it.
Nice defense from Brian F with the gray life and the chip. There's just so much from Colleen walking back and forth in his face. Nephew all over the place, back roundhouse. Nice whiff punish, too far out to get the EX Abigail punch. Same side?
Yeah. Actually came down, just whipping on the anti-air as well. Now he gets the forward throw. Oh, and then the stand Fierce gets the crush count. Nothing to follow up though. And he backdash the sweep. He knows Brian F wants to activate it off that.
So smart from Nephew. Huge life lead here. Brian F winding down, does get the V-trigger. Or excuse me, the sweep. There's the V-trigger.
And with the empty low on the other side. Oh, he able to absorb one Fierce.
Can't do it again. Not in this version.
Yeah, you see that's why Brian F's waiting for his life to come back. He wants more to play with for the armor.
And Nephew senses it. He's not going to let him have it. That's why he's staying in the mid-compact range.
Oh, he finally gets it fully charged Fierce.
I saw it charge and I flinched for him in the forehead.
Oh, what else? Nice tick on the throw, that full screen tick throw. You already know how Colleen gets down. And he just waits for a second, catches him flinching, and now it's going to be 2-2 in the overall team battle for Team Spirit and Team Frost. Up to snuff.
He can't keep it together.
He's slamming chairs. He's pacing around.
He got on his knees and like praised the floor. He's like, oh my good. And you know what's crazy? He's still just as tall as we are.
Yeah, while he was
wild. Because I saw him, he was on the floor. He was like, oh my God, we're in there.
Yeah.
And he was like, at our height.
Yeah, for real. With one knee on the ground, man. So let's take a quick look at this replay. Intense match as Nephew's able to clutch it out against Brian F. You see just harassing in the corner here. And there, big jump in whipped. He went with a crouching normal right there. So just low profile to jump in. Then we got the crush counter. Wasn't converted from. Then we got the big charge fears. Nephew was trying to play super disciplined. Eats the unblockable for it. Forward throw after that. You can see the V trigger here. Yep. Full screen tick throw. Brian F. ready for that as well. Oh, man.
Just a slight ditch effort. It was just crouch strong, so delayed. It was so hard to tell. I think Brian F moved forward. It wasn't even a counter hit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Brian F is... I mean, he was... Obviously, he's not happy about it, but he liked the way it kind of turned out. It was pretty solid Street Fighter in his eyes.
Yeah, super good set, I think. And, of course, Nephew able to get that crouch medium punch while he was just standing still, right? Like, he just waited for a second, caught him flinching at the right moment. And we talked about Nephew does have that intuition. He can tell when his opponent wants to press buttons. He's one of the better players here at that. So we're going to see if he's going to be able to do that again against Justin Wong, because Justin Wong and Team Spirit were very happy with the order they got, right? And they started off phenomenally. They got a 2-0 lead. Unfortunately, Psycho fell to Nephew. Brian F was up next, fell to Nephew. And now we got Captain versus Captain. Again, Team Frost very much in the race for this top 3, right? Team Gale sits ahead of them at 3rd place, but Team Frost holds a 2-0 head-to-head victory over them. So if they end up with the same record, Team Frost will most definitely get that W and that higher placing.
So it's very important. 2 things, right? Frost needs to win this, and Gale needs to lose their next one in order for Frost to take over for 3rd place. Those are the stipulations here. Will Justin Wong prevent that from happening against Team Frost? Off to a great start so far. Justin Wong not as keep away as we intended, right? He's duking it out, throwing out the orb. Now he got the life lead. He's going to be backing away a little bit.
And now this is what I'm really interested in is once the V-Trigger 2 is activated, how is Nephew going to get in? Because he's got obviously the longer distance dash. He's going to be able to whiff punish the Stand Fierce with it if he so chooses. And now we got the Stand Fierce in the Parabellum as well.
He tried to jump out of the corner, best believe. Okay, wait, there's going to be a big punish here. Activation, orb combo. Expect the reset.
Oh, yep, he did go for the reset. Gets the throw.
Side switch, yeah. I like that idea. Side switch got the throw, good amount of damage, and he gets to work with all this space. Yet again, Justin gets to play maximum lane.
Oh, he's caught with him though. Nephew going to be able to convert with the EX bar. Has a little bit of V-Trigger left on deck as well. Oh, and there it is, the tick grab from long distance. Wakes up with the CA. It's not going to work against Nephew. That's the captain of Team Frost, baby.
Wow. Nephew smiled and looked over at Justin. He's like, I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen you do that a couple of times.
I've seen this movie before.
That's going to spin all of Justin Wong's meter as well going into round 2, so Nephew got to be happy about that. Oh, tried for the parry from long distance, maybe trying to parry a Stand Fierce.
Yeah, he's in it for the long game, right? He's going to stay for those post-credit scenes. He's going to take this W. He wants that 3rd place.
Oh, he most
they all
definitely
do.
Does. This is, I can't stress how important this match is in Team Frost gaining that 3rd place as well. Forward throw. Time Justin, you can see he's a little bit scared to press these light buttons in that range. Nephew Stand Fierce is so fast. He tries for the V skill as well, but Justin with the punish. Does it again, just walk up throw this time. Oh, with the V trigger 2.
And the reset, Justin Wong might have tried to just jump out.
Gets the back throw. Oh, and then he just stays on his ankles again. Justin Wong, you're the low master. Why are you not watching them? He said the back throw was very cheap right there, yeah.
So that's the thing, right? With back throw as Colleen, you might think she's out of range to get any sort of meaty, but she was still in V-Trigger. She can use that dash and close the gap instantaneously, and she gets access to that target combo right after to deal even more damage.
That V-Trigger 2 is super important in this matchup, right? Because of how big Manat's buttons are, as you can see there at the Stand Fierce. Colleen could play at this distance where she's outside those ranges and then close the distance in an instant, and we got a parry as well for Nephew. Even before the V-Trigger is activated, he's looking to rock and roll. Oh, and then he catches him reaching.
This is the biggest adaptation I've seen from Nephew against the likes of a world-class player like Justin Wong. This is insane amount of damage here.
Oh, the Parabellum on block, Justin. Justin was not expecting that.
What is that? That's crazy.
Round 2.
You're now 1 round away. Yeah, the other team's starting to root for this match as well.
Yeah, we have 2 teams on deck again. Actually, technically 3 teams. They're all standing by here, watching this match. Very important match.
See, Nephew trying to get it. That stand fierce again with the parry. Ooh. Justin already backed into the corner here. You can see how hesitant he is when it comes to pressing the buttons with Manat. Starting to feel a little bit more liberated now. Whew. We'll take that trade. Oh, yes, and punish the V-skill. Very well done.
Oh my goodness, a lot more buttons from Justin Wong. Stand strong, stand fierce once Nephew's further out. That's what I was anticipating, that V-skill. Parabellum.
Goes well back throw. Oh, he waited for the wake-up critical art. He thought Justin was going to give it to him, not this time.
All Justin Wong right now. 2 whiff throws in front of each other's faces. The orbs are still actually there.
There's still a little bit of V-trigger
He
left.
does
He
it.
jumped out of it.
No, the orb, it was a bait! He's still alive.
Super smart from Justin, using the critical art with V-trigger still active so Nephew can't get a full punish.
Just a little over 20 seconds left on the clock. Justin Wong.
Oh. That quick button from Manat goes mad far when she has the orb, and now we're 1 up here in game 2.
Caught the sweep from the tail end. Yeah, again, we don't even see that normal at all. Parabellum getting slightly punished. Damage still on the table, but the orb was there for the recall. Nephew unfazed by that at all. Trying to dash in. Great tech from Justin. Sweep again.
Justin, composure of a champion. He's got the clutch it out on his jersey. You already know. The V still punished. Oh, he just goes right back to the well.
Nice check on the fierce there. Activation from both. And I like that Nephew just backing off. Despite him already being in V-trigger, he's like, you know what, I'm going to sacrifice some of this time. I don't want to get hit by Justin Wong, and I don't want to give him this advantage, because if he hits me in a combo, he has the potential to reset, change the stances on me, change the sides.
And you can see the duration for the V-trigger 1 from Manat is definitely running out before the V-trigger 2 of the Colleen.
Such smart play from Nephew, even knowing the timing for the V-trigger. Oh, the trade-off. Icicles.
Yeah, no V-trigger left now for either side. Justin still has that CA, no V-trigger left. So if he knocks him down, he's got to be aware of that wake-up critical art option. He will get a full punish considering there's no orbs to prevent that.
Just under 30 seconds left on the clock. Justin Wong has a lot of time to work with. Nephew, however, always on the offensive right now, but he's slowly inching his way in. The fierce connects, and so does the V-skill. He waited. What was that? He waited right in front of Justin Wong. He's like, you think I won't do it? Check this out. Medium.
And that's kind of what we saw from Nephew closing out against Brian F, right? The literally staying in front of you, not down back, not nothing, just literally holding neutral. Yeah, I'm not sure if he ended up pressing something after the dash and it just didn't end up coming out. Might have pressed the button too early, or just tried to put the fear of God into him with the stand still, right? Oh, Justin Wong, though, you can see a little bit of sigh of relief. Wedding ring on his hand. Congrats to Justin, man. Full-fledged family, man.
I'm still not used to seeing that.
I know, man.
It's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I wanted to say, maybe like Nephew anticipated a critical art on wake up, but at that range, it's just going too far.
Yeah.
Who knows? There are going to be a plethora of things as to why Nephew got caught like a deer in the headlights at that moment.
Yeah, I don't know. Was he just waiting to react to the CA with down back? I'm not sure.
Oh, great stop there from the Vanity Step, rushing right in. Nephew finally gets that activation. Justin Wong doing a great job. Huge shift here for Justin. Taking full advantage in the scenario he's used to. Oh, he took a risk. He took a huge risk.
He could definitely take a couple of throws right now, but he can't take these hits.
Not like this. Yeah, he can't be taking any more risks like this, but he has V-trigger to back him up now. But Nephew is unfazed. He wasn't going to stop. Justin thought he was going to back away just like last time. No, Nephew stuck to his guns. Parabellum on fire.
Oh, and he got caught reaching afterwards. Justin, I don't know if he was planning to let an orb go immediately as he landed after the throw to try and prevent that punish, but it wasn't quick enough.
Team battle point here for Nephew again. back on the offensive. Justin Wong forced to play this defense, let it snow. He has to hold that. It's plus a bunch when he blocks those icicles.
Yeah, I'm already in the corner here. That's what he's scared of. Being at that range means you can get stand fierce crush counter. Oh, trying for the parry again, looking for those big stand fierces. There it is.
Another icicle setup there from Nephew, just trying to check Justin Wong, keep him in the corner, keep him contained. Now he has this V-Trigger too. Wake up critical art, doesn't work. He put all his chips on the table.
All right, he's still got the V-Trigger available though. Oh, the vanity step to avoid that orb, gets back thrown anyway. Just still very much in control, double jump out.
Orb incoming, okay. That's the damage he's willing to take. Forward throw.
Yeah, that second orb actually didn't make Nephew block. Opened up a gap. Yeah, the V-Trigger 2 still available. He got the raw V-skill, didn't actually counter anything. Oh, he's checking up with these jabs, and the EX puts him away.
Clutch it out, Justin Wong.
You see Justin just harassing with those crouch jabs. Knows Nephew has the V-Trigger to close the distance. So smart. Whew. We are coming down to team battle point for both players, both teams on the backs of their captains.
Been down to the wire, but it's the same story again for Nephew. He's going back to that offensive pressure. Justin Wong trying to find the gaps, getting a little bit of hits here and there, but those add up in due time.
Yes. Used to fighting in this corner at this point. Nephew with another STO.
Ooh, built up that V-gauge as well, just about close to V-Trigger, whereas Nephew already has his lock loaded. You can expect that. Yeah.
Oh, the stand fierce reached just far enough. Didn't crush counter though. Justin Wong does get the V-Trigger after that gray life.
Now it's active defense from Nephew. Yes, sir. He's finding his time to dash in with that V-Trigger. Justin Wong does get the back throw, gets control of space. Missed time icicle. He thought he was going to stay there. Justin Wong dashed in. Now it's a different story.
Justin had critical art too. The orbs and the critical art could have been enough to put him away. Nephew going with the V-skill, blowing through it.
Crush counter, but he caught midair. The sweep. 34 seconds. Full critical art from Justin. Stop the icicle.
You got to be careful. You can't jump like that. Justin had the critical art. Does not critical art the neutral jump, but he gets the stand fierce.
That's my cat. Let's go. Random me out, bro. Don't be random out. That's it. Random me out.
Justin Wong again, letting them know you cannot random the greatest NA fighting game player of all time out.
I gotta admit, most of the time when I see Justin pop off, he's a lot more, pumped and angry. Like, you can't do that to me. Like, I remember, like, old school, like, East Coast Justin Wong, and now he's all smart. You can't do this to me.
Yeah, you can.
The amount of patience he has now as a father,
exactly,
as a husband. This guy has all the patience. He's smart. Nice try, little one. It's fine. He thought. That was
not
cute.
Gonna happen.
Great patience there from Justin Wong. Let's see how it all unfolded before us, right?
At the end of the day, Justin Wong's a father, and Nephew's only a nephew. You feel me? EX Parabellum, of course. Yeah, he doesn't go with the armbar here. Wouldn't have killed, but he baits out the throw attempt anyway.
And again, Justin spent majority of his time in this corner. He had that critical art block numerous amount of times, but it didn't deter him from actually doing it still. And it kept Nephew on his toes. It's like, man, I really can't stop him from doing things like these on Wake Up. And at the end, Justin Wong, it's in his name. He clutches it out.
Yeah. We saw him, he even dropped a combo here. I think it might be coming up right now. Yeah, right here, right? He could have gone to the lights, could have gone to orbs, into critical art. I think that would have done enough damage, but either way, Justin was able to clutch it out here, even despite that V-skill and the stand fierce.
And that right there, that critical drop there from Nephew, couldn't get the follow through after the crush counter.
And the crush counter stand fierce is what he needed. Man, incredible stuff from Justin Wong, able to clutch it out for Team Spirit. Yeah, insane stuff.
He had to watch the replay for himself. He was like, man, I'm nice. I'm pretty nice with this character.
He's like, check my jersey, check my jersey.
Yeah, I really want to know what he has to say about that matchup because it was down to the wire yet again. And Rip is currently standing by with the team captain, Justin, clutching it out with Team Spirit.
Team Spirit gets the victory. A super important victory. What an incredible set that was down to the final round. You guys started off so strong there, but all of a sudden, Nephew, he wasn't going to sleep, man.
I mean, Nephew's really strong, but I do think that because Psycho and Brian have kind of weared him down because they were playing so lame, so patient, putting the time on the clock, it kind of got, I would say, Nephew playing impatient at the end because he was playing really good against me, but I would say in the end, he was like, uh-oh, type of thing.
I mean, you made some crazy comebacks just to stay alive in that final set, too. I think that probably wore him down just enough to after, all the work you had to put through between these guys as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm old. I'm used to playing lame. Like Sejam says, I'm like what Father Time or something. But like anyone could tell you that even if I'm losing, I don't mind going timeout because it's all about the mental damage after that.
And of course, you guys were near the bottom of the standings before this one. You guys really needed to win the set. So congratulations. You guys still in the running to try to make it to that top 4. Let's go ahead and send it on back to the desk.
Indeed. Because top 3 results actually get the money, but top 4 is going to be able to battle it out in an advanced set, right, to see who actually takes home the various awards and the various placings. So good stuff for Justin Wong. Keeping team spirit alive, put everybody in the backpack, made sure he got that clutch out victory as his jersey suggests. So we go to the standings, we can see how it's been updated. Team Inferno, of course, still in first place. Team Storm, led by Item, has yet to play today. They are going to be coming up next. Team Gale for NuckleDo, sitting pretty now in third place with the 5-3 record since Team Frost actually lost, going down 4-5 instead of being 5-4. So Nephew is leading that squad. Of course, he's got one more team battle to go. Team Spirit in 5th place, staying alive, staying with hopes for a chance to get that 4th place, and of course Toy and Team Psycho down at the bottom in 6th.
Now, despite the current standings, again, Gale is securing their spot at this point in 3rd place, but we still have one more week after this. But they're going up against an almost invincible team with the likes of Team Storm. We're very curious to see how it plays out. Can Team Gale get the wind beneath their wings to get this victory over Team Storm, or will they rush it out and use thunderclaps all over the place if Laura does get revealed? Yeah. But we'll see what happens. When we return, we're going to have Team Gale going up against Team Storm.
Still my heart, and you stay the coming end.
Do you struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the police station.
Anybody here?
I don't like the sound of that.
We're getting out of here. Leon!
My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation. They're secretly making bioweapons.
Count me in.
Available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Rated M for mature.
We're here with our final team battle for this week's Street Fighter League Pro US Season 1. We thank each and every one of you guys for joining us in this long, arduous journey. My name is Vicious, here with Ringe, and let's take a look at who we have next.
With a head-to-head battle between Team Gale and Team Storm, a pivotal match here for the standings. Of course, Team Gale being in 3rd place and Team Storm being in 2nd place. Team Storm already holding the 1-0 head-to-head victory. So if they manage to beat Team Gale again, they really don't have much to worry about if they end up with the same record as this team. Of course, matches won and games won also relatively close. So Team Storm is definitely going to be looking to stay in that 1st or 2nd place standing, while Team Gale looking to secure their spot at 3rd and hopefully eventually move up.
That's right. The main headline right now for this Team Storm is how they're going to secure their win to solidify their place in 1st and maybe get themselves, a nice chunk of change towards the end, possibly, right? And also, who is Team Gale going to ban against Team Storm? Because we've seen the effectiveness of Laura once she was unleashed. And of course, who can forget the way Samurai just been mopping up teams left and right with solid 3-0s?
I mean, that really threw a wrench in a lot of the team's plans, right? They're like, all right, it's cool. We're just going to stick to banning Laura items. That's his best character. He's extremely deadly with it. Let's just make sure that that's off the table. And then you get reverse LCV'd by Mikey Samurai 4 times in a row with Akuma, and you're like, all right, well, you know, it's time to maybe ban Akuma. And then we saw when the Akuma ban happened, Laura just ran roughshod over everybody. So Team Gale's definitely got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, so as much as we are curious to see what these bans and character orders are going to be, we actually have the insight of another player from Team Inferno who's currently sitting nice and pretty at first place, who's waiting with Rip to get that info.
Indeed, it's JB time right now. JB, your team has actually lost to both of these guys right here. And these teams have had kind of the, you know, the set bans. There's always been Laura ban against Idom. It was always the Ibuki ban versus Shine. What do you think is going to happen here? Because obviously with Samurai now stepping up, people have started to ban the Akuma.
Yeah, I think at the beginning everyone thought that Idom would be the biggest threat. I mean, that makes sense. But then Samurai just started clutching it out with Akuma. I still think it's a good idea to ban Laura, because I mean every time Laura is free, Idom just catches wreck. So you know, I still think banning Laura is the way to go, but I don't know. It's up to how the other players feel and how confident they are against Laura. So.
What do you think about the idea of looking at the secondaries, right? So if you look at Idom, his secondaries, his birdie hasn't really done a ton of work, while on the other hand, Samurai with his secondary with the Sagat, he's kind of done pretty decently.
Yeah, but I guess that just has to do with matchups. Even though Idom, I don't think his birdie has won a single match, I still think that it makes more sense to still ban Laura.
All right, I think I agree with you on that part as well. So if you're on the other team, though, what would you guys ban? Would you stick with the Ibuki ban on Shine?
Well, this was actually really tough. I mean, if they don't, it all depends on who they ban. You know, Idom has lost to Shine before. I'm not sure if it's to Ibuki or to other characters. Du has beaten Idom also. I really don't know. It all depends on who they ban. I think that the way it should go, I think that Team Gale should ban Laura and Team Storm should ban Ibuki.
All right, I think that's what they did last time. So let's see if they run it back the same way. Let's send it on back to our desk.
By popular demand, we have received an interview with JB. That's what I'm talking about.
Finally, man. I wanted to hear this guy speak all Street Fighter League, to be honest with you. And you know, he brings up a very, very valid point. You want to make that ban for Ibuki for Shine, who hasn't had to play either, actually. Yeah. You kind of missed that important feature. Because Knuckle Dude just has so many characters. Gale, which kind of overlaps with Rob TV as well, but he does have a very effective Cammy, and Armika, so there's 3 characters to really worry about. Yeah.
He's played G in the CBT tournaments as well. He's got so many characters that he can pull out. So again, even though that Gale overlaps, I think that's why he's been letting Rob kind of have that choice, right? We haven't seen too much Gale from Knuckle Dude. And then, yeah, of course, Shine hasn't gotten to play the Ibuki once. So we're going to see if we're going to stick with the standard bans. Will Idom have his Laura? Will Shine have his Ibuki? Let's go over to Rip and find out.
Yes, sirree, it is time to find out. I'm just going to get right into it. Idom, are you guys going to take away Shine's Ibuki yet again?
Yeah, he's not playing Ibuki.
Never ever going to get to, he's looking so sad. Never ever going to get to play with the Ibuki. Knuckle Dude, you've got the big decision here though, right? So do you want to take out the Laura or are you going for the Akuma?
We're going to ban the Akuma.
The Akuma going out, Laura free once more. I like the strategy. Let's see what happens with it. How about your player order?
It's going to be Classico Samurai and then me.
Classico Samurai and then Idom with the Laura. What do you want to do here, Knuckle Dude?
It's going to be me, Shine, and then Rob. Wait, no. Oh my God.
Not again.
It's Rob, Shine, and then myself.
All right, Rob, Shine, and then Du. So, man, you got to go up against Idom. How do you feel about that?
I mean, the secret weapon was Shine, so even if I lose, I feel like Shine's still going to get his Laura. So,
how do you feel about him saying that?
Shine only beats me with 50-50s.
Let's see if he's got enough 50-50s. Let's set it off back to the desk.
I mean, he was born in the mix. He understands how he's losing. If it's by the 50-50s, I think he's just fine with that. But I think those 50-50s are reduced now that he's only allowed to play jury.
Exactly, right? He's not going to have as much access to the 50-50s, and he's not going to have access to the comfortable 50-50s that he's going to have with Ibuki, right? So that's taken off the table again. But despite that, Knuckle Dude said their secret weapon in this matchup is Shine. I mean, he had to figure that the Ibuki was still being taken away. He said that after the Ibuki got banned. So is it going to be the jury pulling that much weight?
I'm looking at Shine. I'm locking eyes with him. He looks
like this.
so sad. He looks so depressed. This entire season, he's not been able to play. I think we need a free Ibuki sign. With that being said, we do have our player order confirmed, our character bans as well. We're going to see how Team Gale withstands the storm with Idom as captain being able to use Laura in just a few moments when we return.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the king? This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Welcome back to Street Fighter League. We're in a very imperative part of this season. It's the second to last season. We do have Team Gale versus Team Storm, and this outcome could really affect the standings especially for Team Storm here. As we get into the first match, it's going to be the team captain, it's going to be Rob TV playing Gale. See, I always associate the team captain with playing Gale just by default, but it is going to be Rob TV from Team Gale versus Classico's G pick?
No, Classico's hovering over G. Of course, the Urian is his signature character. And Rob TV going with the Karen as well.
Excellent choice. I like that as well because he's been playing Karen majority of the season.
Yeah. Also, that's going to leave the Gale pick available for NuckleDu going up against Idom. We'll see if that's what he's going to go with.
Yeah.
Of course, Gale, good at keeping Laura out, but the tale is the same with every character, right? Once Laura's in, it's a completely different story. So we'll see if we get that later on. Of course, we got 2 matches to go before that. The first being, of course, Rob TV on the Karen, going up against Classico on the Urian. And Classico mentioned to me yesterday that he's really been adopting some of the samurai strategies in terms of outside the game, right?
Right.
Breathing a lot more heavily, or not breathing heavily, but breathing a lot more steadily. Yeah, that was my mistake. Sorry about that. But just making sure that he has controlled breathing, make sure that his mental state is very clear, very calm. We'll see if that carries into this match going up against Hub TV and Team Gale.
You know, it's kind of interesting. I talked to Classical way before we even started this project, right? Who would he use with certain people? He's still going to stick to Urian, but he said he would change it up between V-triggers. We have seen him use Tyrant Slaughter V-trigger too, but I guess he prefers this Aegis reflector against the likes of a Karen in the matchup.
Okay. See if he has any specific uses for it. Might just want it as the anti-air option in case Rob TV starts neutral jumping, anything like that. Classico starting off nice and early. Using that crouch medium kick, I like that, right? Because it's one of the best ones.
Oh, buffered stand fierce afterwards.
Yeah, of course, the charge fierce allows him to cancel into the tackle, and he has already stunned Rob TV. He's looking in control.
He missed the charge on the metallic sphere, but damage is damage. A good start for Classico. Now a little antsy. Rob TV caught him 2 straight hits, got the Orochi as well. V reversal, trying to maintain the momentum.
Ooh, great stuff from Classico right there. Just whip punishing the throw with the stand light kick. And yeah, you mentioned he went with the V reversal nice and early, right? Because of course, the Aegis Reflector is such a big tool for Urian. But with such a big life lead, he wanted to make sure he kept the momentum.
And I'm sure Rob TV and Classico have played so many times, not just in net play, but in various community tournaments, as well as major tournaments.
The Midwest came out big at SFL. Let's be real about that for sure. So see Classico now into the corner. Rob TV now in control here in the second round. Oh, with the EX headbutt super delayed. It ended up catches Rob TV with the fierce.
That's what I was talking about Classico not too long ago. Once he decides to kind of delay the EX headbutt, it makes it an even bigger threat, right? To kind of assume he's not going to do anything, but then lets it rip for that extra damage.
Classico let that EX tackle rip as well as soon as he got the meter. Since then, we've been playing very safe, very compact on both sides.
Oh, just the end of it. Oh, didn't get to continue the combo. One too many jabs, push Karen out of the way.
And Rob TV, who's gonna have to deal with this Aegis, and he actually blocks it, baits it out. Combos with the Aegis Reflector as well. Doesn't allow that to mess it up. He sees the crouch like Igniti.
Oh. Nice block from Classico. Wasn't phased by the EX. Okay, yeah. Using that V skill to get himself ready, just in case Rob TV tries to get cheeky.
Yeah, he used the mirror as well, just in case Rob TV tried like the Rekka or anything like that. Not the Rekka, but the flip over.
Ooh. Dashing with no check. Jumping in, very brave! You saw the setup of the throw! Classico elbows him.
Man, Classico was teaching right there as Rob TV got caught flinching on that walk forward. Slide walk. He only walked forward for a frame or two, then walked straight back, but that was enough for Rob TV to react. Caught him flinching, and that's 1 game down for him. Shine looks so perturbed.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's like, man.
You know what to do. You know exactly what to do. Close it out.
Don't wait for him to react. That's one of the things I heard Knuckle do say. How can he apply that in this current situation?
All right, the double jab into the headbutt. Oh, and then again, he's catching Rob TV flinching a whole lot.
Oh, that was right in the kneecap, too. Be hard to contest the violent knee drop. The reason why we mentioned the space, that was crazy. Hit from behind the head, counter hit, no conversion, straight hits everywhere. Good Resentful response from Rob. That's minus afterwards. It is Urian's turn.
Oh, EX to tackle. Completely controlling. All right, low forward now. V-trigger is available for Rob. You got to watch out for the sweep or the stand roundhouse. There's the sweep. Whiff, though. Oh, there's the stand roundhouse crush counter on top of it. Gonna be huge damage after going to the V-trigger. Oh,
EX headbutt!
Classico!
Woo!
Let's not forget, last week, Dual Kevin said Classico's one of those. He likes to EX headbutt all day. Rob TV not picking up on that just yet.
2 for 2 so far on the EX headbutts. He hasn't had any sort of reads on him just yet. Again, he's keeping it very, very ambiguous. Yeah. I'm liking this new Classico.
Yeah, because the first one was very delayed, while the second one was pretty much immediate on the wake up.
No check there on the dash. A little bit too hard to kind of tell with, especially with Urian.
Oh, EX headbutt.
No punish.
Yeah. Samurai exclaiming that Rob TV's nervous at this point.
Yeah, crouch strong to sweep. A lot of times Rob TV does get those confirms off of crouch strong. Into low forward. Back throw, retaining this position.
Oh, the EX tackle, he just lets it rip again.
Oh, out of there!
Oh, the reversal knees just to create some space.
It's so hard. You might think he's going into like a neutral jump till you see the last part of that animation. No critical art spending he's going to use. But it's fine. Other side, slight deficit. It's okay. He does have more V-trigger left over.
Oh, he's back on, but he's still alive here. Classico's got to be careful. If he goes with normal into V-trigger at this point. Oh, all right. Well, that's not even going to come into play. Rob TV just clips him with the overhead and ties up the rounds.
It is a smart call out, though. At the same time, Rob TV was able to put Classico in chip territory. Doesn't need to. Nails the overhead.
Oh, the EX headbutt. I thought for a second Rob TV was going to block it, right?
You got to know which side you're on first.
Yeah.
Any straight hit, XSK Samurai just goes in.
Yeah.
That's the throw.
They're trying to get ahead of his opponents.
Playing the mental game. Rob TV, sweep activation. Got the crush counter. Nice defense from Classico, yeah.
No EX meter for the EX headbutt, of course, but he does have V skill up. Can eat a hit and still go through with the headbutt.
Oh, he still stood up. It's very hard to catch people like that. Ooh, he's bleeding. The Orochi Ender after the EX Tenko.
Yeah, he used regular because he had the hit of armor, but it doesn't matter. Rob TV still gets the kill. It's going to be 1-up here in our first matchup.
Close it up. Yep.
Like mad on edge. Just take
That's what I want from you. Close it out.
Why the card select?
Let's go.
So yeah, Shine just telling Rob TV, go to character select.
Deep breath sounds good. Yeah, is that on the menu?
Yeah.
Is that what's for lunch, a deep breath?
You don't got it. You don't got it. You don't got it. You got it. All right?
I love Samurai's coaching. I absolutely love it. He's what happened at the end? I didn't catch it.
He's like, you got it. It's not his. It's yours.
Oh
right?
yeah,
it's
yours.
yours.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Samurai.
I like that vote of confidence. Yeah.
When I've talked to him, he's talked about how much he studies sports psychology. Right. He really knows how mental of a game this is, and he's got some incredible strategies to keep calm. I really love how he bigs up his teammates. Right. It's not even all about the advice. It's just about making sure that their mental is where it needs to be. So Samurai making sure Classico calms down, right? He's like, don't worry, you got me, I'm a beast, you got Item, he's a beast. Just take out Rob TV and make our lives even easier. And of course, Rob TV gained some words of encouragement from Shine as well. He's like,
take a breather. You're not playing the way you've been playing these seasons. You know, he sees from the third person perspective a little bit of shakiness on Rob's behalf. He's like, yo, you dropped a little bit of things here. It's not the worst thing. You did get the W, but please just calm yourself down a little bit. Go to the character select screen.
Him and Classico with golden handed. Rob TV gonna try to give his team the lead in this team battle.
And you see there in the top left and right of your screen, we just started this match between these two competitors. There's 3 players remaining from each side, 1 game apiece from both.
And of course, Rob TV, uncharacteristic drop in that last round, right? OEX tackle here for Classico.
Yeah, anticipated the side switch that Classico wanted, broke the throw.
Oh, and he's going to get the dash up combo this time. Classico has been committing the charge moves after that, but not any longer. Goes with the close mirror. You got to be aware of that. Oh, cross up, a nice jump out from Rob TV, but the mirror was still there. Still eats 2 hits for that V reversal. The 3rd hit is still remaining.
Jump back jab. I like it. Chase down with the EX tackle. The throw. No, there's a bait. And the throw tech there this time from Rob TV.
So close.
Any straight hit. Low forward.
Yeah, Rob TV has the mirror to get the job done. He just needs 2 bars to take away that life on Urian. Oh, the neutral overhead! Classico bringing it down from the heavens.
And I like that read from Classico. He understands that Rob TV was looking for the low forward. He's like, all right, catch this.
Yeah.
I almost went full leech on him. I almost did it. I almost did it. For those of you at home who are in the know, you know what I'm talking about. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, buffer the stance strong into the fireball.
Yeah, felt when Rob TV was going to get in that range to press a button. Oh, you can see Classico covering his whiff very well.
No EX, he's waiting. A lot more patient this time.
Yeah. Using it for the tackle, just backdashes afterwards, catches him with the sweep. Ooh. Rob TV reading the fireball though.
Are we gonna get the Classico? Oh, he waits. A brand new spin on a classic. Into the mirror.
That's going to be into the corner anyway. Yep. Oh, doesn't catch him reaching. Good defense from Rob TV right there. Just wait until he blocks him. What's with the V reversal? Try for the overhead. Reversal.
Oh, great confirm. Oh, maximum efficiency from Rob Television.
That was sick. We're going down to match point here.
Oh, okay. I like that full conversion there. Caught the straight counter hit from the low forward.
Yeah, that was a low, or excuse me, that was counter hit combo exclusive right there for Classico.
Nice interrupt there. Saw the Tenko coming from the low forward. EX Rosenhaus spent the bar. Great anti-air option.
That's going to try and catch it moving forward with those EX tackles. Now with V reversal, I don't know if I like that. He was almost all the way to V trigger already.
Uh-oh, Rob TV caught him catching forward, or dashing forward, excuse me.
Large jump back jab, still gets in, still gets with the EX tackle as well. That second hit's been connecting with Rob after that. Rob V trigger on deck again, so you gotta watch out for the sweep, the stand roundhouse. 2 signature buttons of Karen over the V skill as well. Oh, he's backdash, but
Rob
good
TV.
stuff from Rob, reacting properly. Crouch strong once he saw it, gets the counter hit on Classico, and he takes him down. But of course, we heard Mikey talk about earlier, right? Despite Classico not picking up the victory right there, it still does the mental damage to the opponent. That was a long set between him and Rob TV. Really made him work for it. So Rob TV, he said, that according to Samurai, right, he'll be weaker if he comes up against Samurai or Item later. Of course, next matchup we're going to get is Samurai versus Team Gale's Shine. So let's take a look before we get to that, of course.
He did
crush counter confirmed.
He did have great conversions there as well. He was really playing in his own skin. And what I mean by that, he was playing with the utmost confidence and had solid reads against Classico. You see right here, this very last moment, he thought he was going to get the low forward, but no, sir. Check your cabeza. Classico doing really well for himself. And Rob TV making the proper adjustments as well. Look at the patience here from Classico. Caught the lows, but Rob TV wasn't phased as soon as he saw that Aegis reflect. He wasn't going to be phased at all. He was just going to run through his game plan, take Shine's advice, and just play confident.
Yeah, exactly. Rob TV definitely looked a little shaky in those first 2 games. Third game looked like the Rob TV we're used to seeing, right?
Yes.
He's managed to take some time at the character select screen, start playing like his normal self, and give Team Gale the lead. Now we got Team Storm's Samurai coming up. The Akuma is banned in this set, let's not forget. So both of these players having their main characters banned. It's going to be, I believe, Shine's Jury going up against maybe the Sagat of Samurai. That's a character we've been seeing him secondary the most.
Well, you know, off stream, Rip definitely yells at Samurai each and every moment he gets. He's like, give me what I want. And I guess the context
He's like Batista?
Yeah. The context is that Samurai used to play Ryu in Season 1, and Rip was like a huge fan of that. So much that he decided to mimic his style, which to no avail. Got Rip no success. By the way, now, all jokes aside, Samurai has a fantastic Ryu. He did tease the idea that he might use that character against Jury, but he had a very effective Sagat as well against the likes of Broly Legs, up to snuff as well. Multiple teams falling to the Sagat. Actually, it was very close to up to snuff now that I think about it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, instant air jab, by the way, is pretty nice on a character like Sagat. But all jokes aside, you know, Jury is what you can expect from Shine. Hasn't been able to pick a Buki once.
Nope.
Samurai getting himself in that zen state of mind, the classic, the trademark. He channeled,
you know,
Satsui no Hado.
Rip has been coming in and throwing stuff at... oh, we got Nakali pick from Shine?
Is this real?
Oh, it looks like it.
Nakali versus Ryu? It has to be a blind pick either way.
Nakali on the screen behind Shine now. Looks like that's what they were locking in. Samurai taking his time at the character select screen, thinking about what he's got to go with.
Oh! That's right! He did mention he's going to play Karen at some point. He had a pocket Karen. We saw that on draft day, the first week of Street Fighter League, and it's finally coming out. Shine with a slight smile on his face. He's blinking real hard on this one. Knuckle Dupe, he's licking his lips. He's like, man, this is going to be tough.
A variable they did not take into account. That is the Karen from Samurai. Of course, Samurai, incredibly strong fundamentals. He's going to make use of these long-range normals from Karen with the best of them.
A little outlier in the data collected so far, right? You've had so many weeks to study this team, and I totally forgot about the Karen. Us at the desk even forgot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely thought this was going to be Jury versus Sagat, or maybe Ryu, but this time Samurai bringing out the Karen. Ooh, got the combos as well. Tries to bait a throw, but Shine just waking up with a crouch jab, able to make him block afterwards.
Looking real nice, too. The double stand short to kind of check if Shine wants to move. Oh, EX uppercut. Here we go. Dash up. Gets the meaty anyway because of enhanced Nakali. He gets frequent flyer mileage, dude. He just covers coast to coast with just a dash.
Oh, he's still managing to stay in with the buttons. Rekka, of course, the backdash as well. That bump backdash after the Rekka. And her out of there. And then the crouch jab.
So risky.
Yeah.
In a sense that if Nakali got the counter hit, that would have been a lot of pressure put on Samurai. Regardless, Nakali didn't have critical art.
Yeah.
He would have gotten a good counter hit combo, a lot of damage, corner pressure, into the state where you have to either block or get ready for the command grab.
Yeah, it would have been great news for Shine, but this round's making it up, you know. Gets the EX command grab after the crush counter. In the corner.
Oh, I like that firing back with the stand strong. Not deterred by that hit off the roundhouse. There it is. Yeah, sweep into V-trigger. Building a little bit of meter. I like that frame kill.
Yeah. Again, wow, he just pokes back with the crouch medium because, of course, he had the V-trigger afterwards, right? And that's what Nakalis are always looking for when they have the V-trigger available.
A little bit of advice there from the team captain of Gale, Knuckle Dude, whispering a little bit of info in Shine's ear. Nice block on the dive kick. Does have the meter, doesn't want to spend it yet because you know what happens when she gets an opener. Whole can of damage.
Yeah, tremendous damage output on the side of Karen, especially when she has meter like this.
Oh, side
one
switch?
bar?
No, he's going to spend it to build the V-gauge. I like that idea. Forward throw, reset the situation. Dashes right in, blocks the incoming attack in the air.
Yeah, got the counter hit on the crouch medium punch right there, but just with the roundhouse after. Knew he was pretty far away to go with anything else.
Oh, there it is. EX for Senha, changing up the strategy from Samurai. Shine thought he was going to get a jump in for free.
Oh, with the dash up, low forward into the V-trigger, gonna put a lot of damage on the side for Shine. Counter hit again, but like we said before, he's too far.
Oh, he got a jump, but he still managed to get to low forward on a whiff punish from Shine, pressing crouch strong. A lot of meter on Shine's behalf, can still get one solid hit into critical art. 34 seconds.
Tried the overhead. Didn't quite get it. Oh, we're stuck in the corner now. Oh, Samurai tried the overhead again, but the jump back roundhouse seals the first game.
This is very important, actually. Considering the positioning right now that Team Storm's in, they can't actually afford to get another loss.
Yeah.
It can't go down to the wire. If Samurai manages to take out the remaining members of Team Gale, they secure their place at first place.
Exactly. Well, as long as they don't incur another loss, right? Because Samurai's going to face this, and then Item's going to face Do. And as long as they win their matches and then are able to beat Rob TV without suffering another loss, then they're big chilling.
Really solid there from Samurai. That neutral jump just catching Shine off guard.
Yeah.
Found the straight hit, yeah. That's a counter hit exclusive. Crouch jab, stand strong.
Oh, and then catches him reaching right here. Waits for the stun. Oh, he had the throw bait, but he didn't punish it. That was the round in Samurai's favor.
Don't feel yourself too hard. Shine's gonna take advantage of that.
Oh no, he feels himself way too hard right there. Thought he had the EXDP read. Shine punishes it, and what a round this is turned out to be.
Oh no. Nice work there from Shine, unfazed by the madman. He says his eyes are open, definitely. He's licking his lips, he got his eyes open, he's like, I have a read.
No blinking
I've
here.
locked on the target.
DP after the EX command throw. Oh, too far to make the roundhouse block. Samurai's gonna press buttons after, and then he baits out the EXDP from Shine's side, but no crush counter punish.
Yeah, went for the low forward instead of the slight micro walk forward into the fierce. Misses opportunity. Does get the sweep into activation though off the block. This is gonna be a little difficult. Shine. Okay, yeah, I like that contest. Use a crouch jab after the record. Ooh, spinning the bars. Getting EX percent hot, great anti-air. Jump in. Okay, too far out. EX percent hot, spinning the bar again. Doesn't want to let Shine get in with the jump approach.
And this is a good break for Shine right here. Gets the crouch forward into the V-trigger activation. Gets the counter hit, but again, the pushback. Too far away to come up with another crouch medium punch.
Oh, we got caught.
Yeah. Repeating the sounds that Samurai makes against his team. Where did Shine find all this life? I'm so confused. He's been so stoic and depressed all of SFL, not getting to play Ibuki.
He's been holding it in. That's the problem, right? You hold it in for so long, you're bound to just explode. They're still clowning on him. Dude can't even keep his composure. He's just like,
Dude's holding on to the stage so he doesn't fall over from laughter.
It's pretty good. Now a lot more calm in the approach from both players, actually. There we go. Yeah, nice air-to-air approach using that target combo. Shine, he's going to be okay with that. He's going to be fine. He's building up this V gauge. It's all part of the plan. And he gets to get this explosive damage.
Whoa. Try to meet him in the middle with that neutral jump roundhouse. Shine coming up a bit short, allowed him to get the throw once they landed.
Oh, stand strong. Another counter hit exclusive. Stand strong, go forward.
Shine reaching with those crouch medium punches to try to jump after. Good anti-air from Samurai. Ooh, recovers just in time and then not get clipped by that roundhouse. V reversal to prevent the plus frames.
No anti-air there from Samurai. He was uncomfortable with the range is what it was. Didn't have the meter. You saw a reversal. That was a startup of kicks. You saw that from Samurai. I wonder what it could have been. Oh, okay, yeah. Uses the V reversal instead. Shine applying this pressure now.
Oh, no! With the VOD to the EX command grab, that's a huge drop from Shine because he puts himself in the corner as well. EXDP catches the dive kick.
And that's fine for Shine because now, wait, that's just enough. He just built that bar.
It was okay for Shine, but then he ate the low forward, got caught reaching, and then, as you mentioned, Samurai got that bar that he needed to seal off the round.
Yeah, and I like that idea, right? With Shine, he's willing to take that damage just to force Karen to spend the bar and eliminate that risk of getting high burst damage. But you get caught with that low, and that combo afterwards is going to be a huge problem. Nice conversion off the low forward. Once again, back-to-back low forward catches from Samurai. Shine in trouble.
You see at this point, yeah, Shine knowing better than to keep walking back, but he tries a neutral jump. That wasn't a safe jump at all. Just gets EXDP for it.
Got caught in between the string, right? He just tried to press a button after the activation from Nikali.
Samurai V-trigger all day. Oh, it's the jump fierce. We've talked about that button a couple of times in SFL. Oh, roundhouse.
Going for the guaranteed damage after that. Going for the Rekka into the slide. Getting a knockdown as well. Backs off if it's blocked. Oh, counter hit conversion off the jab. Ooh!
And just enough damage on that EX Disguidance for Shine. And we are going to match point here in this team battle. Fight. And you mentioned before, right, Team Storm cannot afford to drop another game. They'll fall behind Team Inferno in the overall placings if they do so, even if they win this set.
Checking the low forward once again. Shine staying stationary. He's inching his way forward, walking and blocking. I like that. Yeah, crouch blocking, and he's sitting there for a long time.
Roundhouse is a big break for Samurai right now. Trying to tie up this team battle for Team Storm.
Back-to-back Rekka openers from Samurai. Critical Art on deck. Oh, and the confirms!
It into Critical Art. Samurai so on point.
He's dead!
Oh, most definitely he's dead.
Hey, let's go!
Yo, Samurai, his confirms, despite not being a full-time Karen player, look like a full-time Karen player. Those little forwards were on point. Then he gets it off the shoulder as well.
Uh-oh. Yo, who's playing for Team Storm right now? Who's up on deck for Team Storm right now? The captain.
The man bringing the thunder and lightning. The man bringing the storm with Laura. His main character has been unleashed. He's going up against NuckleDu, but not before we check out the replays. You can see the dive kick getting stuffed right there by the EXDP. Then catches some reaching. Samurai.
You're not allowed to do that.
Samurai literally be teaching. Like, he's actually a teacher in real life.
No, yeah, he is. Yeah. That's actual lore. That is factual lore.
And we had the corner situation here. This is such good pressure from Shine, but he let off just a little bit, right? Gave Samurai that space to get the roundhouse and a V-trigger activation. We got the Disguidance to close it out, but another stand roundhouse and a V-trigger activation really spelled the end for Shine here. Yeah, that momentum that he had at the beginning of the round completely lost. Rekka just been neutral, getting a hit.
Backs off, and then like 3/4 of the screen, you're not allowed to move forward. Ridiculous amounts of range, ridiculous amounts of focus from Samurai executing it. You see the pop off from the top right. It's like, yeah. That's got to be the most satisfying thing because using that input into Orochi and buffering into the critical art, it's a pretty awkward sequence.
Sure.
It's a very, very awkward sequence.
Incredible composure from Samurai, able to clutch it out for his team again. We're coming down to matches and games won, right? It's not just about the overall record at this point. If Team Storm manages to get the team battle victory here, it's going to come down to the matches and games won to determine who's first place between them and Team Inferno.
Lara,
So we got the Laura, of course, item set free. Now, one of the most versatile players in this tournament, what character is he going to go with to face this Laura?
I would say Gale, to be honest with you. He does have the normals to contest in that mid-range against Laura to kind of check her button presses. And if... You know what? Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, you got some of it, right? The character
Don't worry
that
about
he picked does have a G in it. It's just not Gale. It's just regular G. The president.
There it is. Okay, so... Go ahead, please.
I was going to say, who also has normals, as you mentioned, right, that are going to be able to contest with Lord in this range, has a fireball game that's not as good as Giles, but if you level it up, I mean, it's pretty comparable at that point.
I agree. You know what? I even think that it's better than Giles when it comes to max presidency because
it beats Giles, right? Like, just because it's multiple hits.
Multi-hitting, yeah. 2 on the way out, 3 on, that last tail end of it, right? But again, you have to get him at max presidency. Has to be a long-standing campaign. Nice check, the sweep, looking real Karen-esque.
Oh, yeah, he got the buffer behind that stand light kick as well. Already looking good for Do.
I wonder how many times Idom has faced off against this character outside of Street Fighter League.
Yeah, I know Chris Hu plays G nowadays at NLBC, so maybe he's fought a little bit against that. But besides that pressure, or besides that matchup experience, I don't know how much he's going to have.
And you know how he's reluctant to kind of anti-air G and tend to go airborne? Because switching up to the splash is so much harder to contest.
Able to level up as well as level 2 president. And that's going to make the fireballs multiple hits, 2 hits.
Ooh.
And just get by his complete neutral control from
overhead.
Do
it again. Nice block.
Max range though. Oh, this is all it takes. Item gets one command throw. The team has awoken. Team Storm already feeling the life breathe back into them. But Knuckle Do.
With a slight smile on his face, Knuckle Do, he knows what that's all about. He did that earlier. He did double overhead. Of course he's going to be anticipating that.
Ooh, the back dash and the forward dash. Nice block on the cross under.
Yeah, really abusing that V-skill speed. Idom knows all about it. This is maximum comfort Idom. Thunderclap, no sir. Oh. That deep, the meaty jump fierce.
And Knuckle Do, after getting the command throw, just goes with the delay crouch light. Idom backdashing in the corner to avoid that throw. Gutsy decision, but it was the right one. V-trigger is available for Knuckle Do here, yep. Nooch coming out after that stand medium kick. There's the V skill. In this case, Idom try to do anything fancy. He's got to be careful though, because Idom probably can blow through that with the EX Sunset Wheel, or the EX Shoulder.
He might be able to, oh, command grab, just dash up. Like, you have one of those? I have my own mixes as well. Actually, he might almost be dead.
Yeah, it's going to be close. Normal or command throw. How about normal into command throw? Knuckle Do takes the first game with G.
That was max distance too. Checking with the stand jab. He's like, you're not going to move? Yep. Come get it.
Yep. Man, Knuckle Do looking real comfortable in this matchup so far. Of course, Idom has been a complete monster on the floor when it hasn't been banned. He's ran over every team that's faced it, but now he's down 0-1, trying to keep his team alive.
Oh. Okay, I like that check from Idom using the roundhouse, but unfortunately, he caught Knuckle Do jumping away, right? Now Knuckle Do getting away with it. Max presidency. Caught him at the last second, delayed that stand strong.
Yeah, huge damage right there. Gets the stun on the last hit of the flip kick. Now again, we're in that same spot. We got presidency level 3, command grab. Oh no, he stays in the corner with that medium kick.
You'd expect the activation after that. Crush counter. Nope, no sir. He blocked that the first time. Well, technically the second time. He'll block it again. He'll definitely block it again.
Round 2. Having these reads or reacting properly either way. Oh, the stand light kick with the EX buffer behind it, gonna allow him to get the presidency and put Laura in the corner.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a little bit too close.
Same side, great block there from Knuckle Do. Good recognition from the string, like what, where Laura was gonna end up afterwards. Counter hit. These are coming.
Oh, the crouch pierce as well. And get that V reversal out of here. Idom runs it back with the sunset wheel.
Not dead at all. There's still a lot of life in Idom, putting himself on the board with 1 round. It's kind of weird to say in this state of the game.
Dude, he stand light kick into the EX buffer. So on point for Knuckle Do.
He tried to go for the command grab. You saw the startup on it from G. Punish. Okay.
He's going to take his turn back instead. Oh, guts clipped.
Ooh. I like that. Yeah, the stray hit, V-line forward. V-line, I mean, V-skill. That's bolt line.
Oh, I see. Knuckle Dude right now. He now has his V trigger.
Wait.
Did he catch the dash?
He did not.
Oh, and that's going to not kill him just yet. It's going to put Item in a prime position, though, to take the round for himself. EX into the long distance overhead, and he comboed off of it as well. Great stuff from Item. The spacing immaculate.
I think he caught Knuckle Dude pressing a button as well, like prior. I think it was like a punish on the recovery of that normal.
No, super good. And since Knuckle Dude had been blocking his overheads, right, he made sure to cover himself with the fireball. So even if he did block that overhead, he wasn't going to get a big punish. Great adjustment from Item. We're going to a game 3. Again, despite who wins here, they still have one member of their squad remaining.
And what's very imperative here with Team Storm, they can't afford to lose another game, because then that just increases the gap between their current placement in second against Team Inferno sitting in first.
Oh, you sweep again. Yeah, he didn't have the. Yeah, well, he did have the EX, it just didn't come out.
Oh, okay. Continue the combo after that. I don't think it was meaty enough.
Crouch versus anti-air to the stand first to the fireball once you land. It's a good option from G, but Item after the V-trigger activation gets the regular throw. No punish on the whip command throw.
Nice jump out there from Knuckle Dude in anticipation. That's going to be just a little bit left of the pixel, and he still command grabs. And, you know, I expected a short, a jab, a very, very light normal to kind of pressure Item. Since there was a pixel left, Knuckle Dude big-brained it. Got regular command grab. Crouch Spears, great anti-air, buffering it into the fireball.
Look at that whip punish with the stand light kick. Oh my goodness.
It's good character range.
Yeah. Incredible damage off that stand light kick, and then the corner carry with it as well. Oh,
he's checking.
He's sweeping those thunderclaps like nobody's business. Oh, yes, the crouch fierce. You can't jump out in that scenario. Tries for the command grab, whiffs it. Oh.
Backdash out. That should just be enough.
Yeah, he has another bar. EX flip kick puts him on a pixel. Watch out for the overhead. He's going to blow through it. EX elbow. Item, here we go. Sunset Wheel.
Can he do it? Can he clutch it out? He cannot! Knuckle Dude!
What up, dude?
Wakes up with a crouch light kick. Seals the victory. Team Gale staying alive. Knuckle Dude.
For what?
So used to putting in that work that he was ready to sit down and play again, right? But no, Rob TV is still alive on this team. So that means Samurai has to go up against Rob TV first just to earn the Captain Knuckle Dude and his G.
See, we were talking up like Storm was, if they win, then they're going to hit the scenario. But again, you know, Knuckle Dude clutching it out over Item this time, it could spell real big trouble for Storm.
And Item's the one that has his character, right? Akuma's the one that's banned. Samurai's going to have to go into this with the Karen. Knuckle Dude, of course, getting the throw there. And then one more time, manages to defeat Item with that command throw. We got the EX after the light kick. Such a staple for Knuckle Dude in this set.
He's so confident here. I'm just looking at the player cam on Knuckle Dude. Even on getting hit, he was still having a great time. He's like, yeah,
You see the head nod?
Oh, you know
the little flourish?
Yeah, and he's playing on pad too, so he'll press the buttons and be like, ooh, the finger pop-pops.
Yeah.
Ooh, see, I'm loving the confidence. He's like, yo, come give me some of that.
You see the just frame headset removal too? Oh, man.
I like that. Okay, dude. I like that.
Yeah. Dude showing the swagger of a champion, right? I mean, that's a Capcom Cup champion right there, man.
I rarely get to ever see him like feel himself like this. You know, he's just like really, really confident, rocking in place every time he lands a hit. Even if he gets hit himself, he's like, okay, I like that. Here comes my stuff. And it's great to see. It's really great to see this kind of confidence the way Team Gale in general is playing. And it puts Team Storm in a very, very interesting predicament right now.
And it's important to ooze that type of aura when you're the captain, right? Because then when your teammates start to pick up on it, they start to get more confident. Knuckle Dude leading by example here. I'm trying to keep it together while Jeremy dances off camera.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Karen on Karen action, Rob TV. Obviously, she should be very familiar with the character, but it always gets a little funky when it comes to mirror matches. But granted, you should definitely assume that Rob TV has a little bit more experience, a well-rounded Karen, and then Samurai. We rarely get to see this character pick from Samurai, so I think it's a little bit in favor of Rob TV versus Samurai.
Yeah, the only thing I would play devil's advocate with that is that we heard Punk talk about the Karen mirror in weeks past, right? He says he really doesn't like playing against the ham Karens. I'm not trying to say that Samurai is a ham Karen, but he's going to have less experience, right? So that means he might make more unorthodox decisions, might think outside the box a little bit more. So we'll see if Rob TV is prepared for that.
Just about even with that back throw, tying it all up from Rob TV. Gets the activation off of that. Oh, I like it.
Little shoulder attack on some more damage. Back choke from Samurai here in the corner, going to activate off his sweep as well.
Oh, okay, I was going to say I like the composure. I don't even know what he traded with. Was that medium kick to low forward?
Yeah, I believe it was stab medium kick against crouch medium kick, yeah.
Great start off for Rob TV so far. 2 bars on the bottom there for Rob. Spending it. EX command dash to catch Samurai off guard, but he's not pressing a button.
Oh, back-to-back low forwards. The second one clipping him on a counter hit. We're going to just try and show Samurai something he might not be familiar with here. Now starting to harass. Oh, the counter hit after the dash hit. Rob TV rocking and rolling in this Karen mirror. Is he going to have enough meter? No, I think the damage proration a little bit too high. Goes for it.
Activation off the roundhouse. Doesn't get the back throw, rather clears the space out. Got the second hit of the Rekka. Doesn't want to finish it though. It's very, very hard to confirm off of just one straight hit from Rekka. You'd have to commit to it, really. And he can do it for Rob TV, so he's playing it safe. He's using medium kicks primarily for that poke. But Samurai is going to get a good amount of damage here. Not too much to fear as he spent the critical art, or the EX bar.
Now Rob TV also has V-Trigger on deck, but he's not going to need it. Just gets the forward throw as Samurai jumps over and takes the first game. Ooh, I like this. So in addition to what's already on the line, if Team Gale actually gets this W here, it could leapfrog Team Storm if the rest of the matches play out in that way. And Team Storm, obviously in second place right now, they won't be as close to first place as they once were simply because of the matches lost, but still sitting comfortably in that upper echelon. And during the pre-match, right, we heard Knuckle Dude talk to Rob TV saying, if you see a low forward, expect that drop to hit confirm, right? He's not used to playing Karen. Just make sure you're doing something to punish that if he drops it.
It's a nice precaution to take, right? Because again, you mentioned Samurai's main characters revolve around like the Shotos, right? You saw the low forward hit there. Rob TV didn't take the plan into consideration just yet, but when it happens again, he'll be ready.
Oh, and he got hit with his own stuff from the first game, right? Low forward on block, low forward again, gets him with the counter hit. Now Samurai takes the first round.
Firing away, dash up, crouch strong, converts. Nice B&B there. And I like that the micro walk into crouch strong. Rob TV found the gap, confirmed low forward, delayed crouch strong, great blocks, and even better techs.
Oh, the light kick with the buffer behind it. That was sick from Rob TV. Samurai waking up with the DP though, and then the long distance roundhouse and a V-trigger. He's still in this game. Doesn't confirm the counter hit. Oh, just barely doesn't whip punish the throw.
Oh, might have been a slight input there from Samurai. Nice block in the overhead.
Staying alive because of it, gets another roundhouse, but no V-trigger this time to cancel into.
Yeah, tried to chase it down. Oh, stealing a page from Rob TV's book. I've seen that before. I created it.
Yes, exactly. Rob TV knows his Karen well, goes with the light kick and stuffs the option after the back throw.
Way to stay focused there from Rob TV. Solid read there on Samurai's approaches. Now again, starting this round off in a great position. A lot of damage on the board, keeping the other Karen contained. Samurai now activates, backs away off a blocked Rekka, still trying to dash in Rob TV's face, trying to get him to flinch, but now it's just medium kicks all over the place.
Yep, just harassing, working on this lively here, but the back throw is what Samurai needs. Get some real estate to his back. Again, the ES command dash, trying to catch Samurai flinching.
Spacing game from Rob TV. I haven't seen Samurai try to contest with a stand strong against the medium kick yet.
Confirms off the low forward again. Tacks on that V skill afterwards. Reversal buttons from Samurai. Low forward into the confirm.
Oh my
Rob
goodness.
TV closes it out for Team Gale.
That is a 3-1 victory. Yes. The rematch tying it.
Oh yes.
Storm.
Incredible stuff from Team Gale right there. And it's interesting. I want to go back to the point that JB made at the very beginning of this match, right? He said Shine has beaten NuckleDu, or not NuckleDu. Shine has beaten Item. NuckleDu has beaten Item. He's like, I think you ban. He still wanted to ban the Laura, but I think NuckleDu more confident in his own abilities. He got the matchup he wanted, right? He was going up against Item's Laura with the G, showed the dominance that he is known for, and manages to bring Team Gale up in the standings after defeating Storm.
Absolutely great strategizing there from Team Gale. Considering the first time they encountered each other, they did get that sweep. Samurai went with the Akuma pick and reverse 3-0'd this exact team. So again, considering the rematch possibility, they're like, you know what? I think this Akuma ban is 100% going to work in our favor.
And let's not forget, Justin Wong also said NuckleDu's one of the best here at coming up with the orders. He said his order select for his team has usually been super on point. As you can see, the way the standings have been updated now, we got Team Inferno still sitting pretty at the top, led by Punk, but Team Gale now at 6-3, led by NuckleDu, leapfrogging into second place. That's got to feel good for them. Team Storm dropping to third place with the Item. Finally, the Laura has been tamed by the president himself. We got Team Frost in fourth, led by Nephew. Fifth place, Justin Wong with Team Spirit, and then sixth place, Toy on Team Psycho.
But we still have one more week left here at Street Fighter League. Again, Team Gale looking very, very confident towards the end of the finale. So I kind of want to hear what they have to say going into the final weeks of Street Fighter League. And Rip actually has that team on standby to get those insights.
Yes, I do, Jeremy. I am here with the winners, Team Gale, the first team to stop the Laura after letting her free. Congratulations, you guys. NuckleDu, tell us, why did you go with the G pick there?
Well, I just want to have fun, and G helps me have fun. And like I said, if Shine was to play Item, I feel like he would have beaten him. But, you know, he got taken out, but that's fine. So I had to take it over.
And Shine, if you were to play Item, would you have used Nikali still?
Of course I would have used Nikali. I ain't ready for this Nikali out here, bro.
That's kind of what I was figuring. Also, you know, you guys just saw the standings a second ago. So you guys are currently now jumping up to second place. You guys do play Inferno next time. So if you guys beat them, you actually have still the chance of walking out here with first place.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're expecting to leave out, and that's what we're going to do.
Wow. Confidence here on part of Team Gale. Let's go ahead and send it on back to the desk.
I'm telling you, man, confidence is key. NuckleDu really radiating that aura. You can see Shine picking up on it as well. He said, these fools ain't ready for my Nikali out here. And then on top of that, Rob TV just had to sit there and look pretty with his gold chain. He even didn't say anything.
I mean, he pulled in a lot of the work. I mean, Shine did get the L this set. He was the reason why they didn't get a full 3-0, right?
Yeah,
so technically, you know, Rob TV didn't have to say much. He let the gameplay speak for itself. That being said, you did see the current standings. Inferno still in first place. Gale leapfrogging over to second, and then putting Team Storm doing such great work here in the first season, closing it out in third. But we still have one more week, the finale, Ringe.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for it. And remember, Team Storm started 0-2, so just the fact that they're actually in third place still is a testament to how well they've evolved over the several weeks that Street Fighter League has been taking place in. So thank you all for joining us with another week of Street Fighter V action. As you mentioned, Jeremy, we got one more week left, baby. Yeah!
That's right. And to kind of kick it off for you guys, we have the match order set for you in place. We do have Team Spirit going up against Team Storm, Team Frost going up against Team Psycho, and Team Inferno going up against Team Gale. So that is going to be a really, really tough situation for both teams. A lot of pressure, a lot of money on the line as well. Just over $50,000 on the line. First place taking home $30,000. Second place taking $15,000. And third place with 6 racks, $6,000 split amongst the team. Again, going towards the end of the year. And again, the top 4 teams being called back for that mid-season championships at CEO this year. Man.
All right, so yeah, they got to make sure they get in that upper echelon, right? That top 4 just to make it to the mid-season championships. Of course, top 3 gets paid out, and then the top 2 come back for season 2 of SFL. So there's a lot of not only money, but return tournaments on the line, all kinds of stuff. So please tune in next week for the finale of SFL. We'll see y'all then.